Gina. No! Not Richie!
All right. I'm ready for the On This Day here.
Well, this was so time was running out.
It's okay.
Time was running out. The 6 o'clock hour was quickly approaching. And I
Stand
realized
behind your decision.
they didn't have an opening number. So I went to my usual sources.
Okay.
Well, Mad World by Tears for Fears was released on this day. It's a good song.
No, it's a slow.
It's a little slow.
Little plotting.
And then I thought, what I really wanted to play was Prince, Sign of the Times. Because the world is going to hell, and it's all there, and he predicted it. And another reason I thought of that one immediately is because this is something that Sue and I never do, flip around the channels. We were just flipping around the channels one night.
Like on the radio?
Yeah, like on the
or
TV.
the TV.
On the
okay.
TV. And there I saw, coming up tonight, is Prince, Sign of the Times. And it's a concert movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't remember it. And then after I recorded it and we started watching it, I remember seeing ads in the newspaper for it, and I never went and seen it. It's not a good concert movie at all. It's hard to see the stage. There was so much smoke. But
trust us, this is really cool.
It's really cool. But it just reminded me, first of all, how good he was, man.
Yes.
And secondly, it reminded me how good of a drummer was Sheila E.
Yeah.
I mean, she was just in this gigantic drum kit that, would make Van Halen jealous. And she was just killing it.
I saw her across the street there.
Yes, right
she
over there.
was at the Zephyr Club.
But she was amazing. Anyway, so I wanted that. But here's the thing. In my iPad, I have 2 songs from Sign of the Times, the album. Because right after Prince died, you remember Apple said, we got the Prince,
right.
We got the stuff. And so I should have just bought the whole album, but I didn't. I just bought 2 songs.
Playing in the Sunshine?
I got Housequake and, was it Starfish and Coffee?
Oh.
I think that was back when we were doing Battle of the Records. But anyway, I tried to download it last night before I went to bed. And all Apple will do is show me, here's a track list. And you own those 2 songs. Yeah, sure, but you can't buy it anymore.
Oh, it was a special thing?
I guess they lost the rights or something happened. I don't know. So I couldn't.
There's a constant argument there over who owns the right.
So I think what happened was for a brief window, Apple was allowed to sell it, and now they're not allowed to sell it.
So you just have Starfish.
So I have 2.
Housequake has naughty words in it.
Oh,
it's a great song.
Housequake is a great song.
So why that song?
So
we're getting there.
In a
Give it
hurry,
minute.
because of my lack of Sign of the Times, I ran to Google and Googled birthday musician today.
Okay.
And I got a list. On this day.
On this day.
Cool.
Alana Curry from Thompson Twins.
Yes.
It says here she's the xylophone player.
Yes.
Oh, good.
She has a butterfly tattooed on her head. Perfect. Like big butterfly right there.
Good.
So
Like she shaved her head and then tattooed
a butterfly.
A butterfly. But then she let her hair grow back. So she has to go around saying, under this hair, it's a butterfly.
Now, Gunnar Nelson and Matthew Nelson.
Well, you didn't tell me about that.
Also. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, Gina.
Your loving.
I'm so sorry.
What?
I again, I was in a hurry. I didn't
did you
really
do?
thoroughly look at this list.
What have you
done? Or what did you not do?
Nuno Betancourt.
What?
His birthday today. I was in a hurry.
Potty break? Gina really left the studio.
The time was running out.
Wait, Gina. You realize you leaving leaves me and Carrie in the same room alone.
You don't want that.
You know how I feel about Nuno
I know how you
Betancourt?
feel.
I am ashamed that I didn't immediately tell you. You wouldn't have
Really?
opened this show with.
Well, all we have is more than words.
Yeah.
I mean, You might as well play Mad World at that point, you know?
I have everything right here. What do you want? We
how do
could
you-
do a whole hour.
How do you feel about Nuno Betancourt? Call us right now to check in. 877
You don't know who Nuno
602 9696.
Like Cody D, if he's listening,
Yeah,
he
Cody
knows.
knows.
And Bill Frost,
And
they
that's
know
it.
who. That's it. Those are the only two people listening that know who Nuno Betancourt.
So anyway, sorry. That's
We still need your check-ins. 877 602 9696.
Call and check in, and let's talk about the wonder that is Nuno Betancourt.
or
That sounds fascinating.
Yeah.
Or you could just win Salt Lake Comic-Con tickets if you call in.
yeah, just a random caller, right?
Yep. That's
All right.
part of check-ins.
So we'll get that going right after these, and we'll officially start the show as well. But we do need to tell you about SaltLakeFilmSociety.org. Or if you're, not in a hurry, you can type out the whole thing to find it, or just go to SLFS.org.
And they do all sorts of cool projects and programs. I know we're going to have Trent Harris. The Tower Theater is where they're showing Welcome to the Rubber Room. So local filmmaker, giving him an opportunity. And I think it was last night, Bruce Campbell was in town.
Was it last night?
Over at the Tower doing his big game show and movie thing.
That's cool.
So that's one of the reasons we love Salt Lake Film Society. Also, because they bring in films you're not going to see any other place. Like a lot of Sundance films, that's where they end up. We want you to remember the Red Carpet Club. It's Salt Lake Film Society. It's a nonprofit community group. It's
It's your arts.
Yeah, they need your support. So go to slfs.org and join the Red Carpet Club. Of course, Tower Theater, Broadway Theater. Dylan does a podcast
Yes.
with them called Talking Film. I think, like they had Trent Harris on there, I think. Yes, Dylan? Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's coming up. It's coming up. Okay. Salt Lake Film Society.
Strong Volkswagen and X96 present Pepper. old studio with substandard equipment in Ogden. Now, Carrie, Bill, and Gina have a big, fancy studio in beautiful downtown Salt Lake. And they still find things to bitch about. X96.
All right, 6:19 right now. Time for you. Well, let's start the show officially, and then the check-ins can begin. We have a line open at 877-602-9696.
Starting the show brought to you by It's Strong Volkswagen of Salt Lake City. You get 100% lifetime powertrain coverage. Your factory powertrain warranty becomes a lifetime warranty. Online at strongvw.com or call them 800-NEW-CARS.
You know another song we could open the show with? It's a new moon today.
Okay.
So we could have had, moon songs, and couldn't be new moon on Monday because that's
Today's
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
But all sorts of songs we could have opened the show with. It's the Radio from Hell show.
What else could we have done?
It's the 20th day
Number 2.
of September in the year of our Lord, 2017. It's the Radio from Hell show with the Lords of Morning Radio, Carrie Jackson, not Bill Allred. We'll have an update coming up about Bill's vocal situation. It's not good. He thinks he's coming in tomorrow. I think we just tell him to stay home the rest of the
Take
week.
the week.
Take the week. Gina Barberi, that's me. I'll be doing incomplete news in Bill's stead. And speaking of stead, Richie Stedman.
That's good.
Thanks. Katie for short is our intern helper today, and Dylan's got the video going. Go to x96.com/live. You should pay attention to our Facebook page because he does this in the morning, and then he takes little video clips and posts them on Facebook later. There's a clip there yesterday, not of anything we did on the show, but of us eating cake.
You want to see us eating cake?
You can go there and see us eating cake.
All right, so let's begin the check-ins. People need to call in and account for themselves and give us a reason to try today. Greater Jake begins. Hi, Greater Jake.
How you doing?
Now, why
What's up, guys?
Why Greater? You want to explain that to people?
Well, I run a grader for a living.
Oh, a grader, not greater.
A Greater.
A grader.
Not greater.
You-
Grader.
yeah,
Grader.
Like you
a road
level,
grader.
you level out areas. You make it all.
Yeah, I like the roads.
Yeah.
I blade the roads flat so everybody can drive on them.
Yeah.
I had a big metal Tonka toy grater when I was a kid that I played with in our sand pile. That was one of the
Yeah,
most
those are awesome.
complicated toys that I had ever had.
You know what they don't have anymore?
What?
The metal Tonka trucks.
Nope. They're
They
all
don't?
They're
plastic.
plastic.
Yep.
The hell?
It's a shame.
That is a crime.
Your grader's metal, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
all metal.
It's not
No,
plastic.
he's not running a plastic grater over the roads, Gina.
Job
No.
got considerably more difficult when they changed them to plastic. Anyway.
Where are you working today, Jake?
I'm working up at the Rio Tinto Training Center.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Well, thanks for checking in.
Say hi to our
Thank you,
boss
guys.
for us. All right. Jackson is here. Hello, Jackson.
Hey there. I've actually got to be kind of quick because I'm working the same kind of thing the last guy was. I'm doing concrete, though, and I'll be working out at the RSL Training Center later today. So that's pretty cool.
Say hi to our.
I just wanted to call in and say hello.
Oh, all right,
Hello.
Jackson.
Thanks
Say,
for
say
doing
hi
it.
to our boss for us.
Of course. Have a nice day, guys.
Bye bye.
It's a big project
Yep.
out there.
877-602-9696 is the phone number. Call back. I just hung up on somebody. Sorry about that. It wasn't intentional. Tasha. Tasha is here. Hello, Tasha.
Hi, Tasha.
Hey,
Good
Tasha.
morning.
What do you have going on
Hello?
today?
Hello.
Hello.
Just making I drive into work every morning, Monday through Friday.
Which
I
is-
need you guys to try extra hard for me today because tomorrow is the beginning of all the Comic-Con nonsense, and I couldn't afford tickets. So I'm going to be at home listening to you guys in the morning. So you'll be my
Aw.
great relief for that.
Well, I think we're giving some away
Again tomorrow.
Again tomorrow.
Yeah, so try again
I
tomorrow.
know. I've had the worst luck with texting in, and I tried to call this morning and a couple mornings, and I just can't seem to get it. So I'm going to keep trying. now.
Okay.
All
Good
right.
luck.
Thanks.
Thank you.
I need a Tasha some mornings. She was really excited.
Yeah.
Some mornings I wake up, I think I need a Tasha being like, hey, how we doing?
You're
I'm looking
ready.
forward today. I'm going to listen. Because some mornings I'm like, meh. okay.
Coffee would do that.
You can't do that.
I don't know. Let's see. Michael Beck checking in. Home from Germany. Tracy, good morning, everyone. Checking in from beautiful downtown Orem. This is Heather. Do people even catch the laugh-in reference?
No.
No.
That's the 70s.
Yeah. Miles and Michaela checking in.
Are they a morning show?
I think it's another rival morning show.
Hi, Biles and Michaela.
Biles and
In
Michaela.
the boarding.
Don't want to get out of bed, 70%, please. Well, you better get out of bed. You're missing your show.
Mr. Roboto checking in. Good morning in Domo.
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 All right, let's see Dakota. Hello, Dakota.
Good morning, guys.
I used to have a dog named Dakota.
Yeah, my dog's name is Coda.
Is it? Wait a minute. Your name's Dakota and your dog's name is Coda.
Yep.
Wow.
Ironic, isn't it? Same attitude and everything.
Same attitude and everything. Just kind of laid back dog, kind of a chill dog.
I'm more of hyperactive, actually.
Oh, okay. You don't sound very hyperactive, Dakota.
I'm pretty much just waking up.
Oh.
All right.
Does he wear a neckerchief, your dog, or you?
No, he hates clothes.
He hates clothes.
The name like
I've tried to put clothes on him.
Oh, it's Ripley very much does not like it, but there's nothing she can do about it, so I do it anyway. Let's see. Well, with a name like Dakota, you could wear a neckerchief. You could.
I could. I just don't know if I would look well.
We'll try it.
Give it a
We'll
try.
send us a picture. We'll let you know.
We'll let you know.
All right.
Okay.
All right, listen.
I really hope he
Dakota.
does.
I know.
Oh, yeah, he looks good.
Let's go to Lesser Jake.
Hello. Good morning.
Why Lesser Jake?
Because I feel bad. I'm another Jake, and that other greater Jake sounded like he's got a better job and everything going on for him.
That's true. Greater.
What do you do, Lesser Jake?
Mailroom manager. How does that sound?
What's manager though? That means you got people under you.
Less of a
Well,
less of a
took me
chance
16 years to get there.
Oh, we have less of a chance of skin cancer.
Yeah.
Because Greater
Oh my
Jake's outdoors all the
That's
time.
true.
He's he better be using the sunscreen.
No, don't sell
I'm
yourself
going to tell
short.
that to my family members every time
right.
they ask me why I'm still working here.
Exactly.
Save on cancer.
That's right, skin cancer. All right. Thank
Thanks,
you,
Jake.
Lesser Jake.
Thank you so much.
I
Thanks for letting me listen.
I like our listeners today.
We got London FOP T-minus 1 month until the baby girl arrives.
Hey.
All right. Checking in from Denver, Colorado. Dude.
Let's see. We've got, please help me this morning. Running late. Bus driver Allison. Allison, if you're running late, that means lots of people will be late.
Yes, indeed. Reason to try. This is Heather. This is my first morning back at work after bunion surgery.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a nurse practitioner. Oh, you're on your feet all day. I'm not allowed to bear weight on that foot, and I'll be seeing patients in my zippy little knee scooter. Oh, well, that'll be fun for them.
Machine Shop Jody, my Newfoundland puppy chewed everything on the kitchen table. Rough day. I'm not trying. You don't have to either.
All right. Let's go to Heather. Hello, Heather.
Hi guys, how are you? Oh no, don't answer that. I heard you say that you had a couple of other Heathers check in, and I call in enough. I think I need a nickname now. So can you guys help me?
Okay. Well, what do you do, Heather?
I clean construction sites. However, I'd rather not identify to that.
Okay.
Okay.
What hobbies do you have?
My job.
Yeah, what hobbies?
What hobbies?
What kind of what?
Hobbies.
I shoot a lot. I love my animals. I'm the one that calls in about the Australian Shepherd and having a new puppy on Instagram.
What's your puppy's name?
Maple.
Maple.
Gun-toting Heather.
Gun-toting. I like it.
Shoot 'em up, Heather.
Shoot him up.
Packing Heather.
Packing Heather. Packing heat.
All right. Play with that and get back to us.
You pick one of those and call in next time.
I don't feel confident in giving you a proper nickname today.
Shotgun Heather.
Shotgun Heather. How about that? Chris. Hi, Chris.
Yes, hello.
Hi.
What you got going on,
Good
Chris?
morning, guys. So I started a new job last week that has me wake up a little earlier, so I get to listen to you guys every morning.
Well, that's
so
a good job.
That's a plus.
What are you doing?
Yeah,
What are
is.
you doing?
So I do HVAC installation through the union, actually. So it's a pretty good gig.
Nice.
Well, glad you're up with us. We'll try hard for you.
All right.
All right. Well, I'll keep listening.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Let's see. Blatalion checking in. My chia pet sprouted today.
Oh.
Got to appreciate the little things.
I wonder if it's the classic chia pet or if it's one of the other shapes. Because like you could get.
You really should let us know. Let's see. We got this is Michael. Hi, Michael.
Hi.
Do you know what Carrie's doing when he does that?
I do not.
Have you seen The Lost Boys?
Nope.
You need to see The Lost Boys. Then you
Probably
will.
before my time.
Then you'll understand. You know, movies existed before you were born, and you can watch them.
And I can watch them.
Yes, you can.
I haven't seen that one.
All right.
I'm aware of it, just haven't watched it.
Well, go watch it right now.
All right, Michael.
What are you doing, Michael?
I'm driving to work for my new role in the Great and Spacious Building.
All right.
Oh,
Well,
really?
Thank you.
Congratulations.
All right.
Yep, I'm going to need a lot of help, though, because I feel like I'm in over my head for this position.
You can do. You got this, Michael. You can do it. Whatever
Thank
it is
you.
you're doing.
Whatever it is you're doing. All right.
this thing.
See you, Michael. Bye-bye. Well, I guess 70% today.
I'll take it.
Seems to be.
All right.
All right, big boy news, Opinnuendo. Things that must go also coming up after these. Got to tell you about Snowbird, though.
You know, I got an email from a friend of the program. Her name is Mindy, and she said this. I have to thank you guys at X96 for the best weekend ever.
Oh, good.
I spent the night at the Cliff Lodge at Snowbird. My twin sister and I ran our first 10K on Saturday, and we decided to book that night at Snowbird after our race so we could sit in the hot tub. It was so wonderful. My sister had never been to Snowbird, so it was fun to show her around. We took the tram. We played in the snow. I guess they've got snow up there already. They had fun walking around Oktoberfest, and then they spent the night sitting in the hot tub. It was the best thing ever.
Oh, I'm
Thank
glad
you
to
so
hear
much.
that. Yeah, go to book yourself a weekend at Snowbird and get yourself season passes while you're there.
Just easy, snowbird.com. Of course, I think they're still doing Oktoberfest.
Yeah, till the 15th of October, so you got time.
Plenty of time, and it's just beautiful up there. The first thing you're going to do is taste the air. It's delicious. And yes, you do taste it. It's that clean and
So
fresh. So, yeah, they still have the activities passes, and Oktoberfest is going. Snowbird.com is where you can get all your information.
Quick look at traffic. The only incident is 5400 south at 5400 west. There was a shooting there overnight, and so that intersection is closed. And it's basically they're just trying to finish the investigation. They hope to have it open sometime this morning. But if you have to go through 5400 south and 5400 west in Kearns, find yourself an alternate route, and that is brought to you by introducing Del Taco's new Queso Blanco, a creamy blend of real cheese and peppers. Try it on nachos, fries, burritos, and more. Delicious queso from a drive-thru. That's unfreshing believable. Participation may vary.
All right, news and things that must go right after these.
John Smith has a big...
I had a Mary Jane candy yesterday.
I've never heard of a Mary Jane candy.
Mary Jane's. Mary Jane's.
You get that in Colorado?
It's you ever heard of Mary Jane?
No.
Famous old candy. Originally made in 1914.
That's probably stale.
By the Charles N. Miller Company, later by Stark Candy Company, now manufactured by Necco.
Oh.
And
did you go back to Backyard Birds?
no, my 11-year-old daughter, little Mrs. Bill, went up to the 7-Eleven and came back and said, "Look, they have Mary Jane's up there."
She knows what that is?
Sure, she's had them before. But listen, we know candy in our family.
Old candy.
And new candy. They know all kinds of candy. The candy, Mary Jane's, Charles Miller invented this candy and named them after his favorite aunt, Mary Jane.
Ah.
And there's a picture of a little girl on
Wonder how his other aunts felt about that.
Well, he had a favorite aunt, Mary Jane. Maybe he didn't have any others, but they're terrible.
Really?
I'd forgotten how terrible they are. I think they maybe used to be a little better. It's peanut butter, essentially, or peanut. There used to be peanut butter, sort of more peanut butter in them, and peanut butter and molasses. And they're chewy, like taffy.
Yeah.
But now they're just more sort of molassesy and sugary and very little peanutty. I was disappointed, but she was excited to find them and enjoyed them. Never had a Mary Jane? No. Would you eat a Mary Jane if somebody gave you one?
Not when you've described it, how terrible it is.
Well, but I mean, if I just said it was peanut butter and molasses, would you go, "Oh, I'll try that"?
Yeah.
You don't have anything against molasses?
No.
It's just kind
What
of.
would I have against molasses?
Well, I don't know. You have weird food things.
Molasses is fine.
I thought, I think it's
I have things in common with molasses.
That's well, you're as slow as it.
Yes.
But in January,
Mm-hmm.
that's what my mother used to say. Would you hurry? You're as slow as molasses in January, which is I think the slowest of all molasses.
And I'm referencing Bugs Bunny twice again on today's show.
Yeah.
He was borrowing a cup of molasses from somebody. He had his coffee cup. Elmer shot a hole through it.
Uh-huh.
And it's snowing around, okay? And it starts to run out, and he goes, I didn't think molasses would run in January.
But
Yeah, there you go. And then of course there's all different. There's blackstrap molasses, which is the realies. See, I didn't think you'd like molasses because it's too strong.
It's
it's like strong syrup.
You don't need a spoonful of it. It's an ingredient amongst other things.
Some people use it in lieu of syrup on things.
Ew.
They'll drizzle molasses on their pancakes or on cereals or whatever. I find it a little. Oh, and the brand of molasses that you buy in the grocery store
Has a rabbit on it.
It's Brer Rabbit.
Yeah.
Brer Rabbit molasses. So I
insist on Brer Rabbit molasses.
I don't
when
think
buying molasses.
I don't think we can go into the whole reason that why Brer Rabbit might be on the.
Ask your grandpa about Song of the South, kids.
Yeah. Or when you go to Disneyland, what is it? Big
It's
Thunder
Splash
Mountain?
Mountain.
Splash Mountain. Splash Mountain is full of characters that Disney no longer promotes or uses.
But they're in there.
Yeah, that ride.
But that's the only place. Your laughing place. Isn't that what they say?
Yeah.
Your laughing place.
That's where Brer Rabbit is.
Yeah. I like that ride, actually.
Always get wet.
And it's a nice place to cool off at Disneyland.
Mm-hmm.
X96.
All right. We're going to do some big boy news and a pinuendo now, then weave into things that must go. Big boy news brought to you by
Hoops Vision. Call today for your free LASIK consultation. It's your life. See it better. Take control and make the call today. 877-30-LASIK or hoopsvision.com.
So I'm sitting with my son, Festus, at the Big O Tires, getting some new tires for his car. And in the waiting room, there's the TV on. And
Uh-oh.
first they're talking about Donald Trump at the UN and Rocket Man, and we're going to destroy North Korea.
Wonderful.
And then it shifts over to Hurricane Irma and how it's making landfall in Puerto Rico. And And
then the Mexico quake
and then-
footage. Did you see that?
And then the 7.1 earthquake. Did you see the video?
There's a lot of
You can watch buildings just collapse.
It doesn't even look real. It looks like it's something, and that's what caught my attention. It looked like it's like, oh, here's a trailer for a movie
No.
that's coming out, and it's like,
So-
nope, that's real.
So Festus leans over to me and he says, "This looks like, you know that movie 2012 with John
Yeah.
Cusack?
Yeah.
Because in 2012 you're watching TV and it's news clip after news clip of look at all these
Yeah.
scary things that are going
End
on.
of the world time.
End of the world time. And that's what it feels like. There's over 200 people dead in Mexico City.
Well, luckily they don't have the government regulating their building.
This is what I was going to say. So there are people that had said when Hurricane Irma hit Florida, well, it wasn't that bad. Look, where's all the pictures of all the destruction? Well,
there's
do
a
you know
reason.
what happened? I think it was back when Hurricane Andrew
It was.
came through. They
Yeah.
said, whoa, we need to totally revamp our building codes to make accommodations
Yeah.
for hurricanes.
So-
And guess what?
Government regulation?
It worked.
Yeah.
The reason you didn't see the destruction is because since then they have to be built out of certain materials, and there are You know where they don't have regulations at all?
In Mexico.
Mexico. And you watch this earthquake footage, and let me remind you that Donald Trump wants, one of the very first things he said he was going to do is we're going to get rid of all these regulations on
And
business.
specifically buildings, because that's something he knows.
Yeah.
Is building buildings, and he's tired of all the regulations.
So watch the video of the earthquake in Mexico City where the buildings just collapse. And 200 people that they know of. They're
There's-
going to find more.
You bet they will.
And it's the end of the world, so, you know.
Saturday, right?
Yeah,
It's
Saturday's
Saturday.
supposed to be the one of those doomsday
Tell me
Bible
which
guys.
time on Saturday.
I know you have a busy Comic-Con day on.
There's lots going on.
Linda Hamilton's never been at Comic-Con, has she?
She has not.
Who's Linda Hamilton? Do I know?
Well, Richie, Linda Hamilton, the Terminator.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Sarah
The former Mrs. James Cameron.
Are you Sarah Connor?
Apparently, both Linda Hamilton and Arnold. Now, Carrie, I know you have your sources thing. This is from the Hollywood Reporter.
It's a source I trust.
Linda Hamilton and Arnold Schwarzenegger are both returning for the 6th Terminator film. This is a big deal. I haven't cared too much about the more recent Terminators,
Well,
but
there's-
I'm interested in having them.
There's a reason for that. It's because they've not been very good.
And James Cameron hasn't done them.
He has not been involved.
Is he doing the next one?
He's producing and will weigh in
Yeah.
on the script. Tim Miller, who directed Deadpool, is going to direct it. And I think Cameron's helping on the script. Miller is helping on the script. He also helped on the script on Deadpool. They say that they're going to make it a direct sequel to Terminator 2.
So they're just going to pretend all that other stuff never
They're
happened?
pretending that nothing happened. And they're going to find a way to, Arnold's going to play the Terminator, and
They said-
she's going to play Sarah Connor.
But they said, we're starting a search for an 18-something woman that will be the new centerpiece of the story.
So it's going to be like passing of the baton to these new people.
That could be awesome.
But
it could also suck really bad, and everyone will hate it.
I trust James Cameron, which sounds really weird.
Well, especially after Avatar.
The $1 billion most filmmaking.
Well, the
film.
mass, just because it's popular, don't make it good.
I don't like him. I think he's an ass.
Cameron?
Yeah.
Oh, because he cheated on poor Linda Hamilton?
Yeah.
Did he?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I never heard that.
With who?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Hold on, I'll look.
Look it up. We need to know these
Oh,
things.
no, I know. So when he made Titanic...
Oh?
Kate Winslet?
No.
Oh. I got excited.
Follow me here.
Okay.
Okay, the old lady...
He cheated on her with the old lady?
The old lady has a granddaughter with it, like her granddaughter that kind of helps her out. And come on, Granny, let's go.
Okay.
Very tiny part in Titanic.
Okay.
It's her. Look it up.
Okay.
I pay attention to
How do
these
you?
things.
That is the most obscure thing
I
for
know.
you to know.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there you go.
I'll trust you.
Are we still in news?
I don't know. You're doing it. We're just following you.
Let's see. Gene Simmons.
Yes.
Has reiterated that he has no regrets over anything, really.
Nothing at all.
But over attempting to trademark the devil horns hand gesture used by rock and metal fans all over the world.
I have a lot of things trademarked, Gino.
The Kiss bassist came under fire from music fans and artists and Ronnie James Dio's widow, Wendy.
And Spider-Man artists.
He said, I could trademark the air you breathe if I wanted to.
No, what I said was, if I could trademark the air you breathe, I would. That's what I said.
That's what you... I'm
That's
sorry.
what I said.
Did I misquote you,
You
Gene?
misquoted me. Please.
Which tells me he sort of looked into it. I wonder if I can...
Oh, I looked into it. We're working on water next.
He's got a solo box set coming out, which will be terrible.
Which no one wants.
150 tracks of solo Gene Simmons.
Even Kiss fans don't want this, do they?
No. The only Gene Simmons song I like is Domino, because it makes me laugh.
Now I gotta find it and hear it.
Because it's ironic? No?
I can't
'Cause
say
it's
it on
so
the
terrible?
air. I'll do it for you off the air.
Oh, really?
Oh, okay.
Will you do it in a video? We'll put it
Yes.
on Radio from Hell's Facebook page.
Really? Okay.
Perfect.
You sure? Think about it.
Yeah, I can
Okay.
do that.
Okay.
right.
Nice.
Well, we'll talk again.
There's a spoken word part in the song.
I love it.
We'll talk again.
You know,
And I'll
I'll
counsel.
act it out.
I'll counsel you.
All right, let me do some sports. Brought to you by the Downtown Dine Around. It runs September 15th through the 1st of October. Sample 2-item lunches for $5 or $10 or 3-item dinners for $15 to $35. Get more information at dinoround.com. If you're on Reddit, you saw the letter that Serena Williams wrote to her mom. Serena Williams became a mother for the first time on September 1st, and Reddit exploded about this letter because Serena said that as she was looking at her daughter, she noticed that she was her exact same strong, muscular, powerful, sensational arms, and then goes on to say, Mom, I'm not sure, this speaking then to her mother, Serena speaking to her mother, Mom, I'm not sure how you didn't go off on every single reporter, person, announcer, and quite frankly, every hater who is too ignorant to understand the power of a black woman. You are so classy, I only wish I could take your lead. Because lots of people have called Serena like a man, that she looks like a man because she's so strong and butt-kicking.
No, she's...
And then this, Philadelphia Eagles player Chris Long, he's a defensive end for the Philadelphia Eagles. He and his wife are both from Charlottesville, Virginia, and he is donating a third of his paycheck back to the city of
Wow,
Charlottesville.
that's huge.
That's very
Nice.
cool.
Yeah, tons of money. It's going to go to the Boys and Girls Clubs of Central Virginia. There's a couple kids who will receive tuition to the school that he went to. He went to a private school, and so he's just given back
Nice.
in a huge way to the people of Charlottesville. So
Very
that's
cool.
sports. Weather, if you have something you're going to do outside that you want to do before it gets really cold, do it today. It'll be mid-50s the rest of the week. High of about 77 today. No rain today, but rain possible the remainder of the week.
All right, thank you.
And then traffic. It's brought to you by celebrating autumn at Snowbird's annual Oktoberfest. Escape for the whole weekend with the Oktoberfest getaway package, including lodging, daily breakfast, and an all-day activities pass from just $105 per person per night. Get all the details at snowbird.com. The only incident to report is that intersection, 5400 South and 5400 West in Kearns. It is a police investigation area, so find your way around that intersection. And that is traffic.
Thank you very much. Things That Must Go sponsored.
Brought to you by Black Turtle. They're hiring full and part-time customer service representatives with competitive pay that includes health and welfare benefits. If you are remarkable and looking for a great new opportunity, apply with Black Turtle online today at jointheturtle.com. That's jointheturtle.com.
Things that must go on the radio. From Hell Show.
It's things that must go. And, you should send them to us. Radio from Hell at X96. .com, and then
just
must
put-
go in the subject line.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't have to wait till you have a whole list.
No, you just send one or two.
Something bugs you today, go, oh, I'll send that to Radio from Hell.
It could
They'll
even
make it
be
go away.
2 sentences, you know.
Yeah. It could even be one word. We've had some great must goes that have been like Trump, and that's it. That's great to get.
First thing that must go is questioning my news.
Are people doing that, or are
Well,
you doing
no,
that?
in the chat room, they're like, Hurricane Irma was 2 weeks ago. Yeah, I was talking about when Hurricane Irma came through Florida.
Yes. Now we have.
I know it's Maria that's in
Yes.
the new one. It's hard to keep track of. I was making a point of people
Yes.
were commenting that after Hurricane Irma, there wasn't as much damage as they thought there would be for a storm
Yes.
of that size.
You need to pay attention.
I was making a different point.
Yes. Just because
Maria, we don't know what Maria's doing yet because she's just coming
She
into.
just barely hit
yeah.
this morning.
Yeah. Just because you can say something, maybe you should think twice before you text.
But please, someone else in the chat room says Taylor Swift must go.
Oh, the new Taylor or the old Taylor?
new
Because the old
Taylor.
Taylor's dead.
The new, that's so stupid.
Yep.
Does she not have people around her to say, Dad, this is not a good idea? I've heard 2 songs off her new album. They're both terrible. Terrible. And she's, her little, tweeny fans, this is not what they want from Taylor Swift.
No, it's overproduced. It's not enjoyable
No.
for me, certainly.
I wish I could weigh in on this.
Carrie, let me save you.
I do not. I did not pursue any Taylor Swift music to listen to.
Well,
so
see, I'm around kids, and kids listen to different things.
That's another reason I've not heard it, I suppose.
Yeah. Let's see. I got this from Kira. Please don't use my Look how long this is.
You need to
You
put
see
it away.
this?
Yeah.
You need to put it
See,
away.
Put it
Put
away.
it
We'll
away
do it
till
another
next time.
Sorry, Kira. I'll just skip to this one.
Jeez.
Please use only my first name.
There we
Thank
go.
you.
All right.
It's Mark. Because Mark, that could be anybody. How many Marks do you know?
Lots.
Lots of Marks. Dear Lords and Lady, the following things absolutely must go. Number 1, people in line at Costco gasoline. And this isn't just Costco. Any gas station. People who won't pull around the car at the back pump when someone leaves the front. Just pull as far forward as you can. People are waiting, especially at Costco. There's always a long line of people waiting. Left lane hogs. The left lane is for 3 things: passing, turning left, and exiting. Even if you're speeding, it's illegal to hold people up behind you. If you're not doing one of those things, get out of the left lane.
Yes.
Believe me, if I'm speeding, I'm not holding anybody up.
No. Carrie's the guy that says he's the pace car for the freeway,
Yes.
actually.
I noticed that behind me.
Yeah,
When
you're
I look
the
in
pace
the
car.
rearview mirror, people go, "Oh, well, let's go."
Rude people in movies, we have this a lot, but it's not going away, so we need to mention it again. I think this is because It has come out, so I'm in the middle of watching a horror movie, it says. The last thing I want is for the mood to be ruined by someone making a phone call. It's tense, and something's going to happen. and-
Yeah, hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, hang on. Yeah, I'm in a movie
Yeah.
right now. No, it's pretty intense right now.
Talking to their girlfriend or not watching where they're putting their feet and kicking the back of my chair. You're ruining the mood. Hug you and your rude ass. I would gladly pay extra to have people inside the theater kick people out who talk or play with their phones. They used to do that more, I think, didn't they?
Yeah, ushers.
Have ushers that
Yeah.
Oh,
would-
yeah.
You, come here. You're out.
Not anymore.
That's
You got like 3 people working there now.
Yeah.
You got the concessions. You've got the person that
Yeah.
presses play on the projector and then goes down to take your
Yeah.
ticket because,
All right, I've got these couple. One's from me. People that tell you that, hey, I'm not old, and then continue to tell you, hey, I'm not old. You never thought they were old. They weren't acting old, but they just really want to make sure. You know what? I'm this age, and that's not old. I'm not old. Did you know that I'm not old? Listen, just don't act old. And I never would have thought that is an old person.
But
No, I wouldn't. I mean, to a point, right? Like you get like 80 and then of course you're old, but
Right.
I'm not ever going to be like, hey, old person, come on. Just, you don't need to make excuses. You're not old. You're fine. This one from Dylan, our video producer. The inequality of shopping carts.
The inequality of shopping carts?
You know the smaller ones, the half-size shopping carts?
Those
They're
are my
great.
favorite. I love
those.
those.
Are great, but there's 8 of them and 300 of the ones that no one wants to use. So inequality of shopping carts.
Oh, inequality.
Yeah,
Okay.
must go.
All right.
I love the little ones.
And
I prefer the little ones.
And this one from Kirk. He's a runner. He says these are things that must go training for a marathon edition. The burnout runner. This is the person at the indoor track who sits and waits at the rest stop for a few laps and then darts out in front of you, running as fast as they can to make you feel like they're beating you. Please don't jump out in front of me and mess up my pace. The confused geriatric, the old one on the indoor track that looks like they're about 90 years old and they're walking in the opposite direction in the running lane. And then they have a look on their face like this is the worst hotel that they've ever stayed at. The kumbayas. These are the ones on the indoor track who travel in groups of 5 to 7, hold hands, and love to mosey around the track, holding hands, blocking every lane of traffic, and probably singing Kumbaya. He says the soccer mom. This is the mom who does not find a sitter or use the gym's daycare and is on the track pushing a 2-person stroller with 4 more kids, all under the age of 7, who are running circles around her on the track. Some of them get bored and then find entertainment in bothering and harassing the other runners on the track. And then this. The irresponsible dog owner, when I'm out on the outdoor trail running and I run into the person who has more than one dog who are not on leashes, following them down the trail, the irresponsible dog owner pays no attention to his beloved poochies as they bark other runners off of the trail. They nip and bite the ankles of other runners and poop all over the trail. There's nothing like hurdling dog turds every 10 steps.
It's part of your training.
And that's it. Oh, and this. When we are at a camp or a sporting event and the MC yells out, "Hey, campers, are you happy to be here?" Everyone yells, "Yes!" And then he responds, "I can't hear you," making everyone repeat their response even louder than before. This "I can't hear you" crap is archaic, cliche, and annoys the hell out of me. This "I can't hear you" pep rally crap needs to go.
All right. I got one here from a guy who says, "Please don't use my name. I don't want the KKK looking for me. The KKK is crazy here in the South." He's from Tennessee.
Oh.
And it's a big impassioned story about his local representative, Rick Tillis. And I would share it with you, but, I'm afraid we can't help you.
How about just the KKK must go away?
There you go. Let's see. Please don't use my name. My must go is people who use social media as an outlet to share passive-aggressive memes or quotes that are obviously aimed at one specific person in their lives.
I like this.
And I like this part. Stop being so salty.
Well.
Put on your adulting hat and go sort out your issues in a mature manner rather than leaving everyone in your life wondering if it was meant for them and what they must have done to upset you this time. It's a miserable way to live. Please stop and please get some therapy for both you and for the rest of us. There we go. And then this one from, signed, "Wouldn't it be nice to not lie in bed at night worrying if or when you get cancer, will you be financially ruined?"
They're voting for another repeal and replace.
Carrie, Bill, and Gina, I've been listening to you since the mid-'90s in varying degrees of regularity, depending upon my school or work. But whenever I can, I try to squeeze in a few minutes. Thank you for providing a lasting contribution for 20-plus years. My must go is our healthcare system. Why? Bankruptcy, or close to it, because of medical bills. Before the birth of a child in 2015, we were frugally keeping afloat, even on 2 full-time salaries, because all of the medical bills from just having a baby. Here we are 2 years later, and we're near bankrupt, and both of us are still working full-time. Because of our financial situation this summer, I delayed going to the doctor for a whole month when I knew I had an infection because I had to save up money to be able to afford the visit, after my insurance pays their part. If there's a listener who still disagrees with that sort of system, here are some advantages I surmise would come with a single-payer system. Even if taxes are increased so that we had a single-payer system, most of us would likely break even because we wouldn't pay medical bills, co-pays, premiums, and no one would go bankrupt because of medical bills or dip into their savings and retirement, so inheritance would go up. 2, I admit the first years would be expensive because most people would rush to take care of things they have been putting off, but eventually it would be more cost-effective because of prevention. Removing a potential small lump or polyp as opposed to a stage 4 cancer treatment, prevention is cheaper. And 3, the government could actually keep the cost of drugs and medical equipment in check by saying to the makers of the EpiPen medication or any other company trying to price gouge, "This is how much we will pay. If you want more, suck it."
Yeah.
So there you go.
And they're getting ready to vote again.
Yep. Oh, there you go.
Things that must go on the radio from Hell Show.
Quick look at traffic. That intersection at 5400 South and 5400 West in Kearns is still closed, so find an alternate route. And southbound I-15 around Hillfield Road, there is a crash there. They're not expecting to get it cleared for a couple of hours, but only causing between 5 and 10 minutes of delay. And that's your traffic.
All right. Thank you very much. We got round 1 of the boner voting coming up. Stand by for that. Okay.
Okay.
I will.
KXRK Provo.
3 days of
Your trainer isn't coming in today, is he?
Yeah.
Gina?
Yeah,
Zach?
I guess.
Oh, because I'm worried.
Why?
I lost his pen. I lost the pen.
You
he
had
gave
it
me.
yesterday.
Already?
Yes.
You
and I lost it between. See, you see what I mean?
You just had it
I said I
yesterday.
lost his pen, and did you hear the?
It was right there.
Did you hear the note of attack in her voice? Well, you had it yesterday.
I saw you with it. We talked about your pen yesterday.
And I lost it after that.
So it was in here, and then where did you go?
Let's retrace your steps, Bill.
Let's not.
What'd you do right after the show yesterday?
I know the last time I saw my pen.
Where was it?
At the when I was at the grocery store.
Oh. I thought
what?
I thought it was a work pen. You take it from
A
here
work
to your
pen?
desk.
What's a work pen?
I don't
Pen
know.
you leave at work.
With your work papers.
I'm just nervous.
Carry your same pen around with you all day. You got a pen in your
I
car.
carry
you
it
got a
right here,
pen.
and it's gone.
Work pen?
But I'm just.
So you always have a pen at work.
Gina, what would you
You take it
possibly do
home.
with a work pen?
I don't know.
Why do you don't need a pen at work? You don't need a
Doodle
pen
while
at
I'm on
work.
the phone.
It's a pen she's had since she was a child. It's never run out of ink.
So,
You have pens at home. You have a pen in your car. You have a pen at work. You don't carry the same pen everywhere.
I like that pen.
yeah.
Not enough to keep track of
Well,
it.
now, what happens if you take your pen from work home? Does it become a home pen, or is it still designated work pen and you better get it back?
No, because that's traveling twice. It might not
What?
make it back. That's a home pen now.
It's
You
a
gotta
home
get
pen
new pen at
now.
work.
How you doing, home pen? How you doing, home pen?
I'd like to use this pen. Unfortunately, it's
my
my
home
home pen.
Ed Brass
my
is
home pen.
Ed Brass
Hold on,
is,
let me give you the number. Oh, I only have my home pen here.
Ed Brass has a theory as to where your pen is. He says that it's probably sticking out of the guy's eye socket from the Zappa concert last night.
Yeah. Could be. Well, I just don't want Zach to find out that I lost the pen he gave me.
Well, he knows now.
He's a pen lover like you are.
Yeah.
Pen lover.
You
We have
old-
laws against
you
that
old
kind of
pen
thing.
lover.
Watch it. Classic training. Now, we talked earlier in the week about, I think it was Monday, about how I went to a restaurant. I called ahead and they said they don't take reservations for parties of 4 or less. You had to be at least 5, and so I lied and told them that I had 5 people.
Because you wanted to make sure you had a table.
I didn't want to wait.
Yeah.
You know, in those situations, I just don't like to wait. I wanted to be able to sit down and eat.
And it turned into a
yeah.
bigger conversation about why some restaurants take reservations, some don't.
And
why?
The one that you had a problem with is, why won't you seat me if my whole party isn't here?
Yeah, if I'm a party
Mm-hmm.
of 5 and 4 of us are here, can we just go sit at the table and the other guy will be here soon? And...
Well, Derek has written us. He says, I'm a manager of a restaurant in New York City. These are my reasons why we won't seat you until your complete party is here.
Okay.
First off, I applaud you guys for calling and letting restaurants know you'll be late or canceling. And Richie was right. Normal people don't do that.
Yes.
We talked about, if you make a reservation at 7 and, it looks like we're not going to be coming.
Yeah, you guys,
Yeah.
is Carrie and Gina, will call the restaurant and say, hey, we're not going to make it, or we're running a little bit late, but I contend most people don't do that.
What you guys call civil behavior is too much for the sweatpants and flip-flop crowd. At any restaurant, if you're more than 15 minutes late, I'll cancel your reservation.
And you should. 15 minutes
Exactly.
is plenty of time. And if I am going to be late, and I mentioned this before, I'll call and say, because I'm worried they're going to give up my table. And
That's
I'll
what
say,
I'm concerned about.
I'm running 5 minutes late. We're on our way. We'll be there.
Yeah, I even do that to the vet. Let's see. We have 2 reasons why we won't sit your party until the complete party is here. But what it all boils down to is the public is instinctively selfish, time, and the restaurant is too, money. But we have the power. We reward the people that aren't selfish and are all on time. If Party A and Party B has the same time 7 p.m. reservation, but only Party A is here on time, we're going to seat Party A first, bypassing Party B that isn't fully here.
Well, that makes sense.
And because we had only one table to give Party A and B, the table that we moved to Party B will be set, isn't done eating. Party C is there, and they just got their food. Who knows when Party C is going to be done eating?
That's a hard thing with restaurants, though, because, you have tables that say you have a movie to get to or something, so you eat quickly and get out of there. And other times, you could sit there
You've
for
decided
hours.
you're going to make the night of it
Yeah,
at that restaurant.
And the restaurant doesn't know that.
They
That's
don't
a
know
hard thing for them to plan for.
Yeah. The possible second reason that we won't seat you until your whole party is here is because your table probably isn't actually ready. Either the restaurant was overbooked with reservations, selfish restaurant, or Miss I'm allergic to everything has slowed down the food order so that she could feel special, selfish public.
I am allergic to cheese.
The people, you're not allergic. You
I
say you're allergic.
say that to make sure they don't put it in there.
The people sitting at the table you'll be sat at afterwards are taking their time. The cycle of selfishness from guests or the restaurant always seems to find a way. We're just trying to minimize the upset parties and make a profit. If we don't let you sit down until everyone is here, that gives us wiggle room to move our reservation to a table that is leaving sooner, and indirectly puts the blame on you for being late and not us.
Yeah.
I hate making people wait. He goes on. The restaurant that Carrie was talking about that didn't accept reservations for parties of 4 or less probably isn't that busy to begin with. That's not true.
They were busy?
This place is always busy. They'll always have room for smaller parties. If smaller parties have to wait to be sat, they probably won't wait for long, 15 minutes max. I'm sure that's too long for Carrie. What are you saying?
I don't want to wait longer than
Too
15
long
minutes.
for anyone. But in the restaurant's eyes, that's nothing, 15 minutes. It's the big parties the restaurants want to be ready for. I get the feeling that this restaurant Carrie ate at probably isn't for him. It's for families and kids who leave big messes that take bussers an extra 10 minutes to clean after the family leaves. I didn't see too many kids there.
And that makes me have a question. You know when you go up to the host and you say, how long's the wait? And they say, oh, it's like 45 minutes. I wonder how much of that is, we're just really busy right now and we don't want a bunch of people wait.
Well,
is it really 45 minutes or are you just trying to
It's
clear
arbitrary.
out the...
I mean, they look at the list and they go, about 45. There's no science behind it.
Because how often do you have time and you go, okay, and you give them their name and like 10 minutes later you get a table? How often are you really sitting there for 45 minutes?
Most often not, because other people that were ahead of you will leave because they get tired of waiting or don't want to wait. but they don't know that that person has left.
Well, I know they do that at Disneyland. When the time on the ride is how long it'll be.
It's arbitrary?
No, they have a science to it. They purposely make it long so that you'll go do something else and come back. Because they don't want you waiting in a long line, because that's a bad experience.
Yeah.
But if you're discouraged by the wait time, you're more likely to go and do something else, have fun, come back, and then maybe it's different. So I don't know if restaurants are as smart as Disneyland. I don't know.
Well, I like that this is a long-time podcaster in front of the program
Yes.
in New York City.
Get a rope.
And now, Derek, people are upset at you.
Uh-oh.
Restaurant manager making fun of people with allergies, huh? Someone whose wife is
on.
deathly allergic.
That's...
Come on.
You know what he means.
Exactly.
He means people like Gina.
And then there's...
I am deathly allergic to cheese. Here's the funny thing when I say no cheese on that, and they say, oh, are you allergic? And I'll say yes, and then they'll say, oh, but what about like other dairy? Because there's dairy in this other thing. And I'm like, no, that's okay. And then they get suspicious.
Well, yes, they should be suspicious.
And then they look at you and go, Gina.
Here's someone who says, go to Ruth's up Immigration for brunch on the weekend. They always say 45-minute wait, and we usually always get in about 10 minutes later.
Yeah.
Let's see. The only time I've waited 45 minutes is for Cheesecake Factory.
Oh, don't even get me started.
And I live in Payson. I didn't want to have to drive around somewhere else, so we just sat there and people watched.
The only thing about Cheesecake Factory is you don't have to eat for 24 hours after you've been there. No matter what you order there.
And then you've got your next day's lunch,
Yeah,
too,
'cause
because
it's-
you eat as much
yeah.
as you possibly can, and then you don't have to...
Well,
too much.
And I like choice as much as the next person. But, you know, I'm glad that we have choice. But when Cheesecake Factory hands you the menu and it thumps on the
Yeah.
table, that's too much choice. Narrow that down
I feel
for
bad
us.
for the cooks at the... I gotta learn how to make all that.
And I don't...
I got like 3 things I can do.
I mean, now that my dad's dead, I doubt I'll be going to Cheesecake Factory anytime soon.
Is that where he liked to go?
It was because of the variety. He could, it was great for him. He was thrilled to have the variety.
Lying about food allergies is not the same thing as being in a wheelchair when you don't need it. That is not the same thing.
Whoa!
It is not the same thing.
Oh, them's fighting words. Okay. Do you have traffic?
Yeah, let's take a quick peek. It's Focus on the Road. There's nothing but the road. Sean Hogan and Everest Collision want you and your loved ones to get home safe and sound. Stop texting and driving. Download the Everest Collision app responsibly. Only one incident. This is westbound SR 201 at 2800 West. But this one is a bad one, causing between 15 and 30 minutes of delays. It's the right-hand lanes westbound SR 201 at 2800 West. That's it.
All right, thank you very much. You have boner candidates?
I do, and Bill Allred got up today and curated these for you. Boner candidate number 1, I thought nurses were angels of mercy. Boner candidate number 2, that Instagram Live works great. And boner candidate number 3, once again, sports builds character.
All right, so we got the boner candidates, big boy news all coming up. This is round 1 of your boner voting coming up after these. Stand by. Diamonds Direct. Now, Gina has worked in she's worked at a diamond store.
I worked
jewelry store.
Yeah, I worked in a jewelry store, and people would come in and they want to pick out a loose diamond for their engagement ring. And, oh, do you have some loose diamonds we can pick? Yes, and I go get the box, and there's like 4 loose diamonds in there you could
They're
pick
like,
from.
This is it?
Yeah.
This is all you got?
No, it wasn't even that. It was like, oh, you didn't know any better then. Diamonds Direct.
They've changed it.
Has changed it because they cut the diamonds themselves in Tel Aviv. That's why they're called Diamonds Direct. And they bring them directly into their stores, and they have thousands to choose from.
And they will teach you about the difference between diamonds. And it's surprising. You can get into a diamond. It's not as much as you're thinking. You can start and then work your way up.
Yeah, and now they've got an incredible offer, 5 years, 0 interest, nothing down, any purchase. That's amazing. You can get a $7,000 Tacori engagement ring for less than $120 a month. Just pick any item, take the price, divide by 60. That's your ridiculously low payment at Diamonds Direct.
Strong Volkswagen and X96 present Pepper.
Hi, it's me, Richie T,
The producer of the show.
Yeah, and long known maid person who makes people feel uncomfortable.
Yes,
Carrie
we've all been there
for any number of reasons.
Carrie would say HR nightmare.
Just to let you know, because of all that just happened, you have about 2.5
That's
minutes
fine.
to tell
That's
the story.
fine. I met someone last night at the theater who is more uncomfortable than I am, who makes people more uncomfortable than I am. Went and saw Beautiful. First Broadway touring show over at the Echoes of Theater. Gorgeous. If you're interested at all in that kind of stuff, it's so great. I went down at intermission to the bathroom.
Well, that's the Carole King show.
Yeah. Down at the in line for the urinal, and the gentleman behind me started talking to me, which is okay. We're in the bathroom. It's kind of, you don't talk in the bathroom, but lots of people do that. They wouldn't make him the most uncomfortable.
It's okay if you're not standing at the urinal. If you're in line, you could talk.
So then he and I, we happen to be urinals next to each other. Right? And he continues to talk. Now, people will say my hair, as of late, is a little out of control. It's a little
Mary
unruly.
Claire's worried.
Yeah. To the extent that Gina's mom said, is he okay?
Okay.
I've had several people that have Facebook messaged me saying, are you, but seriously, are you okay?
Yeah, I would just advise you not to go to the zoo until you get a haircut.
I'm standing at the urinal next to the gentleman who I met in line waiting for the urinal. Bill, come here. You're going to be my prop for this.
Oh, God.
On the radio, that's great.
I've got the hair, and I've got product in my...
Tell HR to be ready.
I've got the product in my hair today. The gentleman reaches over while we're both going to the bathroom and starts playing with the back of my hair. Your hair has such body and bounce. How do you do that? Yeah, while we are both at the urinal using the bathroom.
That's a little much.
Did he give you his phone number?
No. And
did he give you $10?
Should have.
I would have asked him. I would have said, "Excuse me, but that costs $10."
I would have accepted either his phone number or $10.
What did you say?
I said, well, I just...
You're making me a little uncomfortable here.
No, I didn't want to make any sort of production about it as in the moment. I just was like, well, there's a conditioning gel that I use. Zip. Turn, wash my hands, and walked away.
And you ought to see what I do with the hair down here.
Hey. So uncomfortable.
Now you know what it feels like?
So let me take this second.
Yeah.
If what I do to you makes you
it does
feel
sometimes.
like that,
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, I hope it's a good lesson. The massaging, the tickling on the side, that kind of stuff.
It's the same.
And it's not at the bath. Richie doesn't do that stuff in the bathroom.
No.
But sometimes he comes up and does his little tickling thing, or I don't care for it.
No.
Yeah. That's how it feels.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry.
All right.
Okay. Will you stop?
No, but
I
I'm
didn't think
sorry.
so.
6.
All right, you can thank me later.
No.
When
You
that song
play
is
that.
in my head, in my cow.
I'm getting fist shaking in the producer's
Damn
booth
you,
as well.
Carrie Jackson. Damn you.
All right. Let's see. 7:22 right now. Time for round one of your boner voting. 3 news stories that are examples of bad, stupid, or funny human behavior. And you will decide with your vote who is the worst of these 3. Who of these 3 candidates is most deserving to go forward to boner fight and possibly become boner of the day? Now, this is round 1. We'll do another round of boner voting in the 8 o'clock hour. We'll start that at 8:20. And then we'll take those 2 winners. And at 9:25, that's when boner fight is. That's when we determine who is boner of the day. So this is just round 1 winner. Okay, so advance it to the finals. 2 candidates down and a 3rd candidate after the big boy news. And once you've heard all 3, you'll vote, and one of you lucky random boner voters will receive
a pair of tickets to go see Cake at the Eccles Theater in downtown Salt Lake. Go to liveattheeccles.com. It's October 4th. Tickets are still available. You want to see Cake? Buy some tickets.
Bill Allred still can't talk, and he didn't sleep in this morning. He got up early, and he created these boners for you. I am just reading them, so you have him to thank.
Well, he gathered them. He didn't create them.
Yeah, he created the list. Boner candidate number 1, I thought nurses were angels of mercy, and there are photos associated with this, and they will make you mad. Nurses at a naval hospital in Florida have been booted from their posts after sick photos went viral of them rudely posing with newborn babies, referring to the tots as mini Satans.
Oh, my gosh.
Like, these are, like, hours-old babies.
Yeah.
One of the pics posted to Snapchat shows Allison Thompson, a corpsman at the Naval Hospital in Jacksonville, flipping the bird to a baby wrapped in a blanket, along with the caption, "How I currently feel about these mini Satans."
Because they hate their job? Is that, or that they're a lot of work and they cry?
I think it's that they're a lot of work. That's probably all of that.
It's, they're in the nursery. They're probably crying a lot.
Yeah.
And, you got to do a lot to them.
In another photo, Thompson grins as she holds a baby up by its arms. The pic was shared by a woman who identified the employee as, quote, a Navy nurse who made the newborn dance to rap music. Like, jerking them around a little bit.
Like I do with my dogs.
Yeah.
But those are your dogs,
These are
not
my
a
dogs,
baby.
not someone else's baby. Yes.
The rogue staffers have been removed from patient care, the hospital said.
Oh.
We're aware of the video photo posted online. It's outrageous, unacceptable, incredibly unprofessional, cannot be tolerated. We've identified the staff members involved and removed them from patient care. They will be handled by the legal system and military justice. Ooh, that's right, because
That's
they're
even
military
worse.
nurses. So.
Yeah. A guy in the chat room says so many nurses have been fired for stuff like this. How does this keep happening? People are so dumb.
I didn't know
And then Lionel says newborns are pretty easy. They really swing to Satan's side after a few months go by.
Yeah, it's true. Once they're mobile,
yes,
that's when they get really. That's boner candidate number 1. Boner candidate number 2. That Instagram Live works great. Los Angeles, a teenager suspected of killing, named one of Texas's most 10 wanted fugitives, was caught in Los Angeles on Tuesday after posting a live video on social media. Christopher Ricardo Gonzalez, 18, was wanted by Dallas police on suspicion of murder, aggravated robbery, and engaging in organized crime. He was arrested by Los Angeles officers after Dallas detectives found him when he posted his location on Instagram Live.
Stupid.
They're not saying what was in the video, which is, of course, what you want to know, what he's doing in the video. Investigators say Gonzalez is affiliated with the Bloods Street Gang, and he's been named to Texas's most wanted list in August. He's accused of fatally shooting Horace Davis, 54, in Dallas last year. Officers who were responding to a report of gunshots found Davis dead in the driver's seat of a parked car, later got evidence linking Gonzalez to the crime. We want to know what he was doing in the video, though.
Yeah.
But Instagram Live, it works great. Boner candidate number 2. Coming up in a moment, boner candidate number 3. Once again, sports builds character.
Oh, goody. Owner candidate number 3 after this here big boy news and opinioendo, brought to you by
Alpine Plastic Surgery, specializing in sculpting your body to achieve the goals that you have above and beyond what diet and exercise can provide. Visit alpineplasticsurgery.com and schedule a free consultation today.
You think today's teens are boring?
No.
Well, scientists agree with you. No, you're supposed to say yes.
I mean, yes. I don't think they're boring.
Today's young people, well, this is, you'll see.
Okay.
Today's young people have been leading more saintly lives than ever. Substantial drops in sexual activity, alcohol use in people aged 13 to 19, according to an analysis published in the Journal of Child Development. To arrive at this depressing conclusion, why is that depressing? Researchers from San Diego State University and Bryn Mawr College examined 7 studies conducted between 1976 and 2016 involving 8 million teens. They discovered that 18-year-olds are living like the tweens of yesteryear. No sex, no booze, a whole lot of me time hanging out alone. Young love is especially in dire straits. Only 63% of teens surveyed between 2010 and 2015 have claimed to have gone on a date at all. 86% could boast that back in the 70s. Number of teens who claim to have sex plummeted from 54% to 41% between 91 and 2015. The researchers blame these buzzkill stats.
On this.
It says not on a smartphone, but
no, not on their devices.
I think that's got to have something to do with it.
That's what I would think.
Because that's where your social is, online.
Yeah, you don't go. You don't go out anymore, do you?
You don't, if you want to hang out with your friends, you don't have to go anywhere.
That's right.
It says it's not due to that, but it's due to a rise in American affluence and helicopter parenting. Teens and lower-income families are still more likely to engage in these behaviors.
Really?
I would say it's because if you're in a lower-income family, kids don't necessarily have a computer or a smartphone. Would that go hand in hand with that?
It could be part of it. So the helicopter parents of the more affluent kids,
are like keeping an eye on things.
Yeah, well, I know how I was when I was a kid, so I'm gonna.
Yeah, I think it's got to be more what Carrie's saying. You're social online. That's where you're.
That's what I think you're doing. Yeah, I mean, I have no kids. I can't weigh in on this, but from what I see of my nieces and nephews that are approaching their teenage years, that seems to be it.
Yeah.
You know?
It does baffle me, though. Like, I don't know if you said this, but the driving as well, kids not wanting to have their driver's license right at 16, because it's like, meh,
because if you wanted to go see your friends or talk to your friends or be with your friends, you had to drive somewhere to
But now
do
you
that.
don't have to.
You don't have to do that anymore. I don't get the not wanting to learn how to drive. I couldn't wait to get my driver's license.
I had my license by 16 and revoked by 16 3/4. Gone. Cut it up right in front of me.
Because what?
I rolled a car into the Great Salt Lake trying to switch drivers.
Trying to switch drivers.
Yeah, I've told you this story. A buddy of mine, we were driving out to Wendover, and he's like, hey, let me drive. And I was like, okay. And rather than pull the car over, we had a bench seat. And so the thought was he would go over the top and I would go underneath.
How did you not kill yourself?
Well, I didn't. But we rolled that car into the Great Salt Lake 3 times, end over end.
And so your parents cut up your license?
No, the law.
Oh.
Yep. Cut it right up.
So how long before you got it back?
A year. So I had to hitchhike to high school the rest of my sophomore and junior.
You hitchhiked?
Uh-huh.
You stuck your thumb out, can I get a ride?
Yeah.
I
Don't
wish
they have a school bus to take?
I wasn't far enough. I was right on the border. In Jordan School District, you had to be 2 miles away from school to get a bus, and I was like 1.9.
You know, you tell me the story, and I wish I could say you've gotten smarter.
I haven't. You know this.
You didn't have a friend that had a car that you said, come pick me up?
Occasionally, there was this really cute girl I had a crush on named Heather that would come and get me, but not always.
And your parents were like, you made your bed, we're not going to...
Well, parents was just one, because Mom wasn't remarried at the time, and Dad lived in a different city and had his stuff. And Mom had the other kids at home, the 2 younger.
And I would say you
I
made your
for
bed,
myself.
you walked to school.
I'm fine.
And Brett says, Richie's been dead this whole time. Ooh.
I've seen that movie.
Do you have this story, Gina, about Weird Al, John Stamos, and the kid from Stranger Things?
No.
Are you ready?
I guess.
You do if you got the Jeremy stuff I sent you.
Oh.
It's a live, in-concert version of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory with
Like a-
Weird Al Yankovic, John Stamos, and Finn Wolfhard from Stranger Things.
Like a musical? Like a...
Well, no, they're just going to kind of sing the songs. I don't think they're going to do a whole production.
They're
But
doing
it's-
at the Hollywood Bowl in L.A. on November 3rd and 4th.
Okay.
Finn is Mike Wheeler, the guy who had a crush on Eleven in Stranger
Mhm.
Things. He's playing Charlie Bucket. John Stamos will be singing Pure Imagination.
No, really?
And Weird Al will be with the Loompa Oompa. Yep.
Doopity-doo.
So there you go.
John No.
Giancarlo Esposito from Breaking Bad.
Giancarlo.
El
Gus
King.
Fring.
Richard Kind.
This is weird.
The show will be presented in Smell-O-Rama, so the crowd will be presented with exclusive scratch and sniff golden tickets.
Did we do that story that Roald Dahl wanted Charlie to be black in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory? And his
I did not hear
and
that.
his publisher said no.
No.
Did we do that story?
I don't think
I'll
so.
look for that for
Find it.
next newscast. Because I'm doing the news. How much time do I have for this news, Carrie?
One more story, sure.
Okay.
A juicy one.
Okay, here. Do you want to hear the 10 most dangerous celebrities to search online? This is
Okay.
good to know, actually.
Dangerous?
Yes, and
Okay.
you'll see what I mean. One-time pop punk princess Avril Lavigne has beaten superstar Beyonce at something, but she might not be totally happy about it. She's the most dangerous celebrity on the internet. Now, what does that mean?
Yeah.
Cybersecurity firm McAfee said Tuesday that Lavigne, who hasn't had an album out since 2013, was the celebrity most likely to land users on websites that carry viruses or malware.
Oh, okay.
Searches for Lavigne have a 14.51% chance of landing on a web page with a powerful online threat, a number that increases to 22% if users type her name and search for free MP3s. Number 2, Richie, Bruno Mars. Also Zayn Malik, Celine Dion, Calvin Harris, Justin Bieber, Katy Perry, Beyonce number 10, which means if you're searching for things for those people, there's a good chance you're going to get a virus.
I'm not searching for any of those people, so I'm okay.
No.
Funny, Bill has searched for all of those people on this computer
Apparently.
here.
That's why he has all of those viruses.
Well, it was the Avril Lavigne free MP3.
Yeah.
Yes. That was the one.
I'm not paying for Avril Lavigne.
That's the one that got him.
If I can get it for free.
All right. Weather traffic.
Weather brought to you by at Strong Volkswagen of Salt Lake City. You get 100% lifetime powertrain coverage. Your factory powertrain warranty becomes a lifetime warranty online at strongvw.com or call 800-NEW-CARS. If you got something you want to do outside today, do it because it's like 77 degrees today, but mid-50s the rest of the week. And a quick look at traffic. That's brought to you by Celebrating Autumn at Snowbird's annual Oktoberfest. Escape for the whole weekend with the Oktoberfest getaway package, including lodging, daily breakfast, and an all-day activities pass from just $105 per person per night. Get all the details at snowbird.com. The only incident is crash eastbound SR 114 at Center Street. That's 900 West and Center Street down in Provo. That is the only crash being reported this hour.
All right.
Motor candidate number 3, once again, sports builds character. 5 football players at a Christian college in Illinois are accused of hazing a teammate last year, allegedly restraining the teen with duct tape before trying to sodomize him with an unidentified object. A judge at DuPage County signed arrest warrants late Monday for the players at Wheaton College on felony charges of aggravated battery, mob action, and unlawful restraint. All the players who were listed on the team's online roster as of Tuesday are expected to surrender to authorities sometime this week. 19-year-old victim who transferred to another college in Indiana after the hazing incident was said to have had a devastating impact on his life. I can't imagine why.
Yeah.
What was done to me never should occur in connection with a football program or any other. It shouldn't never occur at all. I'm confident that the criminal prosecution will provide a fair and just punishment to the men who attacked me.
Yeah.
I don't. There's details here that I don't know that I need to.
Well, it's your typical,
Yeah.
duct taping you down and trying to insert things.
And how this makes you
How does that make
part
you
of the team?
Yeah.
See, and I contend I don't think that people do it for that reason. I think that people do it because it's like, well, somebody did this to me, so now I'm going to do it to
But
somebody
shouldn't
else.
that be somebody did this to me, so I know what it feels like, so I would never do that to somebody else? Shouldn't that be your mindset from it?
Should be, but it isn't, because you go, well, I couldn't get out of this, so now I'm going to do it to somebody else.
It's just I just don't see a reason for it in any situation.
And you never hear from and Dylan's put up a picture of
The
these
kids,
5
yeah.
kids.
There you go.
And you never. When do we get the interview with one of them? Like the honest interview, like maybe after the fact, maybe after the punishment's done, after they've had time to think about it. When do you get the honest interview with them saying, "What? Please explain to me how you think this was okay."
I don't know.
No, you're not allowed to say that.
Well, I just I thought it'd be funny.
Even if somebody did that to you or something similar, and it was horrible, what part of that makes you think it's okay to do to somebody else?
You know, at my high school, I think it was my sophomore year, there were a bunch of guys who got expelled because they did, the duct tape them down, all sorts of things to the people, and to those guys, it ruined their life. They had to change schools. They didn't do very well in school, and I don't know as far as college for some of them, but it changed the trajectory of their life. And so to me, it's just I don't understand the point from beginning to end.
And
why
I
someone
also-
would do that? Why you would risk it? Why it is
I don't
great for the
understand.
team?
You can't tell me those are kids that have been great, nice kids up until, well, it's a mob mentality, and now that I'm on a team, I'm going to do something I wouldn't normally have done.
I think it could just be boiled down to one thing. They're mean little S's.
And they always have been.
And they always have
Don't
been.
you think?
Yes.
Because part of their argument is, well, once you get part of a team,
No.
and you don't want to
No.
be the guy that stands up to everybody saying, guys, we shouldn't do this.
No.
I think if you're a good,
Just admit it.
because would you go along with it just because you didn't?
hell no.
No, or you?
Nope. No.
So I don't buy
I think
that.
you're mean little S's is what it is.
I don't buy that.
Plain and simple.
Or you're a boner. Huh?
All right. That's candidate number 3. Let's review the first 2 and vote.
Boner candidate number 1. I thought nurses were angels of mercy. These are horrible people all around. They're nurses that were posing with newborn infants, like flipping them off and putting it on Snapchat and making them dance. They're horrible. Boner candidate number 2. That Instagram Live works great. This is a wanted killer who was discovered because he posted a live video on Instagram, showed him exactly where he was. And Boner candidate number 3, once again, sports builds character.
All right, let's do it. This is round 1 of your boner voting. You've got to decide which of these 3 is the worst. Which of these 3 candidates is the most deserving to advance to boner fight and possibly become boner of the day. 2 candidates. Yeah, you got to decide. 1, 2, or 3, the candidate number. Write it down in the message of a text. And then text that to 33986. Pretty easy. Most people vote that way. Some still call 877-602-9696 and vote via telephone. Or a lot of people vote online, x96.com. Just go there and look for the box that says Round 1, September 20, and vote there. If you don't see that box, refresh. Should appear. All right, you got 300 seconds. Let's go. Round 1, boner vote.
The music starts at 10 with a 1-hour non. Radio from Hell is the longest running morning show in Utah. That doesn't necessarily mean it's good, but, I mean, come on. You know, we'll take what we can get. X96.
All right, 7:47, time to award round 1 of your boner voting.
And this morning's boner, round 1, brought to you in part by Jamaican Jerk Chicken.
All right.
And by Happy Hump Day, enjoy dinner and a show at Gracie's featuring Michelle Moonshine at 5. Stick around and play Breaking Bingo to win $600. Like Gracie's on Facebook for updates. Adults only.
Boner candidate number 1 was, I thought nurses were angels of mercy. This is nurses at a naval hospital in Florida, posting pictures of themselves with newborn babies and saying horrible things like they're mini Satans and flipping them off and putting it on Snapchat and just being not nice. Boner candidate number 2, that Instagram Live works great. This is a Texas most wanted fugitive, killed a guy, ran from Texas to California. How did they find him? Well, he did an Instagram Live that told them exactly where he was. And boner candidate number 3, once again, sports builds character. It's a story we've heard far too often. 5 football players at a Christian college in Illinois accused of hazing a teammate last year horribly. Let's see, our cake tickets winner, Martin. I wonder if that's my florist, Martin.
My bet.
I bet it is. Hi, Martin. Let's see. Pretty substantial voting and overwhelming for number 3.
Yep.
Once again, sports builds character.
I thought so. So that is candidate number 1 now for Boner Fight. Winner of round 1 will go to Boner Fight. That happens at 9:25. It will face off against the winner of round 2. Round 2 will be determined in the 8 o'clock hour starting at 8:20.
Now, I got kind of excited because I looked on our schedule here. And it says right here we're supposed to talk about Donut Gate 2017. And I'm looking and smelling, and I don't see any donuts in here. Which that should, if we're doing a follow-up to this story, it should be that there are donuts in the room.
So you need to reset it for people.
So Donut Gate 2017, when I was here working on Monday, it was after Gina had left. Front desk girl said, hey, Gina has donuts.
No. Back up.
Okay.
I was here to receive said donuts.
Well, see, but I didn't know that initially. I thought that someone had just put them there.
Nope.
I received donuts, and it was as I was leaving. It was a Beat Gina prize. By the way, we do Beat Gina tomorrow.
It's Bill Murray trivia tomorrow.
And is it Prohibition gift card,
Yep.
I think?
Yep.
But if I beat you, I get a prize. And it was Krispy Kreme donuts specifically. And they came in just as I was leaving, and I said, well, I had this conversation with Carrie. I said, I'm going to save these for tomorrow. And Carrie said, you better hide them.
As in out of vision.
And she moved them to a lower shelf where the Krispy Kreme logo is still boldly on display.
But not on top of my desk.
Not on top of your desk, no.
So go ahead, you can take it.
So then front desk lady said, hey, there's donuts. And I said, okay, if there's donuts today, they're not going to be good tomorrow. A day-old donut, as you have expressed with loud disdain, Gina, a day-old donut is no good to you, I think are your exact words.
But they're mine to be...
Sure.
Dealt with how I saw fit.
So I went and grabbed the box. I said to Carrie, hey, do you want a donut? And he said, yeah, sure.
Because I knew at that point there was nothing that I could say to him because he does not listen to me.
Right.
To stop him from doing what he was doing.
So then I went around and I shared Gina's donuts.
He big saladed them. He took credit for it.
Yeah, you not only shared them, you Instagrammed, hey, Gina, this is what happens when you leave work and there's donuts at your desk.
I felt like I was protected because that was a picture with our boss eating the donuts. So if you were going to get mad, it wasn't just going to be at me. It was going to be at everyone. All the donuts got given out. And then the next day I find out that you had actually known that they were here, saved them for the next day.
Again, if today is a follow-up to that horrible wrong, that horrible injustice that was done to me, I don't see any donuts in here.
That's true.
Well, and I'll get you donuts by week's end. It's a little hard for me to facilitate getting you donuts on the show when I'm filling in for Bill because I can take the place of the intern who I can either send, or the intern can take the place of me, and then I can go get the donuts. But with being on the show for Bill.
All right.
So there's this email. I'll get them as soon as I can. This is short of that. This email from Victor McPeck. First of all, it says, Bill, I hope you feel better soon. I miss your voice, your humor, your insight, and your outrage. And that's why he's not here. He's all those things right now, but his outrage level couldn't be here. Says, greetings, my lord and my lady. Sorry that I'm a little late to weigh in, but I'm doing it anyway. I agree that Richie giving away Gina's donuts, day old or not, was an egregious crime.
Yes.
However...
No, not however.
That's where the email should have ended, right there.
I fail to see how his actions are any worse than Carrie's wife, Sue, throwing away people's old sponges when she's at their house. I mean, it is an old sponge and probably should be thrown away, but it's not hers to throw away.
I love that she does that.
So in other words, Ward, I think you were a little hard on the Richie, which I didn't get at first. It's a Leave It to Beaver reference.
Yeah.
It took me 3 times. That's it. Thanks for letting me listen, Victor McPeck.
Well, here's the thing about the sponges. She's doing a service. And secondly, chances are you just think that it got misplaced or something and you replace it with a new one.
You're not going to automatically go to, I think somebody threw that away.
Yeah. I don't think this is comparable to the donut thief.
Well, I wasn't going to go there, but maybe I was doing Gina a service by getting rid of the donuts.
No, yeah,
these
are going to go bad and spread disease.
Yep.
That's what she's preventing the spread of disease with that.
Yes, because you'll keep washing your dishes with those.
Well, here, Gina, there were 12 of them. I didn't want you to eat all 12 of them.
Because that's what would have happened. I wouldn't have just saved them for a day and then shared them with you. That's exactly what I would have done.
Well, see, here Sue points out the difference is that I'm not knocking on people's doors and asking to see their kitchen and then throwing their sponges away.
Okay.
Which is kind of what you did.
Yeah, okay.
You went there to her desk and took it.
I was just trying to help you. You would have had to be.
No, you
would have
wanted
had to
a donut. Just be honest. You wanted a donut.
I was unaware of the donuts until people had told me. I didn't know that you were aware, and I was trying to save donuts from being wasted.
Whatever. I sort of had.
Bottom line, dozen.
Oh yeah,
Krispy Kreme.
Yeah.
I had donut. I had expectation of donut replacement today, and I'm not getting it.
No, you did not.
Wow.
And I'm not getting it.
All right.
Do you have donut disappointment right now?
Yes. And you look forward to a donut?
I'll get you one of those Texas donuts.
What's a Texas donut?
The one that it's one donut that's as big as a dinner plate. Just one donut. Texas donut.
No, I want the dozen Krispy Kreme.
Okay.
All right.
As soon as I can, I promise you.
Okay.
And you do have her number. You could have texted and asked.
Well,
can I have a donut?
I didn't want to burden her. She had already left.
I think we've all learned something here today. That Richie is a dick.
Yeah,
that's what.
That's bottom line.
And apparently, I work in a place where I have to lock things up that I don't want people going.
What do you mean? Apparently, there are so many emails that go out in this place. Hey. This whatever that's on your desk is not yours. Please return.
You're right. We're all horrible people.
Yes,
that's true. All right. Let's see. Do you have traffic at least?
I do. Snowbird's annual Oktoberfest is here. Enjoy classic German beer, food, and music every Saturday and Sunday through October 15th. Get all the details at snowbird.com. There's a crash southbound I-15 at milepost 296. That's 8700 south. It's on the right-hand side, so expect a delay there. And northbound I-15 at 2800 south. There is an accident. Both of those not expected to clear here for a little while, and that's your traffic.
All right, thank you very much. Let's see.
Now, I haven't seen him, but he should be here. Trent Harris, local weirdo.
Filmmaker. He's a filmmaker.
He's a local filmmaker, and he's Salt Lake City's favorite weirdo. Can I say that?
Oh, he would like
you
that.
Think
I think
that he is Salt Lake City's favorite weirdo?
I'm
out of all of our weirdos?
I'm pretty sure he gave me a pin once that says Keep Utah Weird on it.
Oh, yes.
I'm pretty sure
that was
gave
part
me
of the
that.
Plan 9
Yeah.
promotion, yes.
So I think he would embrace that.
Okay, so we got that coming up. Stan, he is here? Well,
we
we'll
think
see.
so.
All right, maybe he's probably wandering around outside. KXRK Provo. Bill's in his new movie, by the way.
X96 invites you to enter to win a Real.
Sentence number 1 in Spanish, please.
¿Qué dijo el pavo de Acción de Gracias después de la cena? Estoy lleno.
Wow.
¿Qué dijo el pavo de Acción de Gracias después de la cena? Estoy lleno.
Yes, no. Estoy lleno. Ajá.
Estoy lleno.
Estoy lleno.
Estoy lleno.
¿Qué dijo el pavo de Acción de Gracias después? Después. Gracias después de la cena estoy lleno. Wow.
Estoy lleno.
Gracias después.
Wow. All right.
Okay, that's good, Gino.
All right.
And in English, Mario?
You know, I was talking to someone, and then they said, how come Gina always said just the last word? She never said the whole sentence. Estoy lleno.
How do you say because she's very lazy?
Porque es muy floja.
Muy floja.
Muy floja. Go ahead in English, Mario.
Okay. What did the Thanksgiving turkey say after dinner?
I don't know what.
I'm stuffed.
Estoy lleno.
Stuffed.
Estoy lleno.
Estoy lleno. All right, and sentence number 2 in Spanish, please.
Algo de porra para Brigham Young. Otros para la Universidad de Utah. Yo le voy a las porristas.
Algo de porra para Brigham Young. Otros para la Universidad de Utah. Utah. Yo le voy a las porristas.
Sí.
Algo de porra para Brigham Young, otros para la Universidad de Utah. Yo le voy a las porristas. ¡A las porristas!
And that is in English, Mario?
Some cheer for Brigham Young, others for the University of Utah. I cheer for the cheerleaders.
Yay! The only way to go.
But not when my wife is around.
No.
Yep.
No. Mario, are you going to have a big traditional Thanksgiving dinner?
Yes, sir.
What will you have?
We're going to have turkey. I'm sorry, pavo.
Pavo.
De Acción de Gracias.
What else will you have?
You know, usually we met at El Farol.
Oh, do you?
We met at El Farol, so we all bring a dish.
Yeah.
So
and have
pavo is going to be there for reals.
So you'll have the turkey at the restaurant and
then some other dishes, salads and
what will your wife bring? Or do you cook?
I don't cook.
Yeah, your wife will cook?
My wife will cook.
And she will bring
let me call her.
No, it's all right.
Thanks, Mario.
I don't know what she'll bring.
I'm sure she appreciates the fact that you know what she's bringing.
text us at 33986. Message and data rates apply.
Hi, Trent.
Why?
Trent Harris has joined us in the studio. He's a local filmmaker. He's probably most famous for Ruben and Ed. My personal favorite, Plan 10 from Outer Space.
Beaver Trilogy. A lot of
Beaver
people
Trilogy.
like that one.
Yes, that's another
please,
one.
Delightful Water Universe,
Oh,
everyone.
yeah. Richie was Bigfoot in that movie.
I forgot you were in that. I know Bill was in it, but I forgot you were in it.
And now you got a new one.
A new one.
And it's called Rubber Room.
No.
No?
No. It's called Welcome to the Rubber Room.
Welcome to the Rubber Room.
Welcome to the Rubber Room.
Okay.
Don't forget the welcome to,
No,
Carrie.
it sets it apart. And Bill's in this one again.
Yep, he's another one of my stars.
He's affordable.
He's
affordable. What's his character name in it?
Mean Fred.
See, that's perfect. Is that typecasting for Bill?
Have you seen the pictures of him?
Yeah, he looks
with with the do-rag. He's got the head handkerchief.
He's kind of a biker, kind of over the hill biker sort of fellow.
Do we have the trailer posted on our?
Let's do it. Yeah.
Yeah, post it on our Facebook page so people can watch the trailer for this. Welcome to the Rubber Room.
Yeah, Bill's in the trailer. He's funny.
He's funny in the trailer. Yeah,
He's a funny actor.
Well, and you've got Angry Bill, and Angry Bill is funny. He's like stomping up and down and.
Yeah.
And the.
But with you, Trent, it's always a difficult question to say. What's this about? What is the plot of Welcome to the Rubber Room?
Well, I can tell you that it's. I'm trying to think of a good way to sum it up.
See, it's a hard question.
It's kind of about the money hoarding monsters of the earth, and how filthy rich screw bums are ruining everything for America. And our only defense is art.
It's timely as today's headlines.
Yeah, the Rubber Room is actually kind of a bar where malcontents hang out.
Oh, okay.
And it's the last night at the Rubber Room because they're going to tear it down and turn it into a pottery barn. But the Rubber Room is the kind of place where you would hang out, and you would hang out, and Richie,
not Richie so
wouldn't
much.
hang out.
No, not so much.
Unless he was in his Bigfoot costume.
He'd fit right in the costume.
So this is a bunch of different different people gathered together at their favorite watering hole on its last night.
And it's about to be torn down. And, this is something that actually really does bother me. I mean, it's a silly movie but it's actually kind of about a serious subject. We are kind of destroying the wonderful things and putting up generic crap.
Not just big box store? Is it a bigger commentary than that?
Well, I mean, what happens when you take away places? Well, look what we're looking at across the street here.
Yeah, right there.
What was over there?
The
Zephyr.
Yeah.
What a wonderful place the Zephyr was, and it's been gone now for how long? Well, it's not just that the building's empty; it's that those places no longer have people don't have a place to congregate. The kind of people that went there don't do it anymore, and it's a real shame.
I mean, I look at...
Instead, they go to IKEA and, for a date on Sunday or something. I mean, did you really want
that? No, they do that.
They do that.
Because you eat at the Swedish meatballs at the restaurant, and you go walk through IKEA.
Do you really want the biggest adventure in your life being shopping for shower curtains? Not me.
I'd rather go to my local pub or something.
Yeah.
Well, no, just speaking of that, I just, Big Ed's up at the U just closed.
Oh, it did? I didn't realize that.
Yeah, 50 years, right?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yep.
That's kind of what you're talking about. I mean, I don't know what's going in its place, but just we're losing those little hangout places.
Yeah. I mean, Ken Sanders bookstore is still there, but that whole corner's going to go. The Green Ant, Ken Sanders, all of that stuff's
really?
going to go. Yeah.
Isn't it an Ivory? But I think.
Yeah.
Oh, really? That's too bad.
It's horrible. I mean, I don't want to. It's horrible. It's not going to happen anytime really soon, but the property has been purchased, and that's going to happen.
Those are some great little eclectic spots, and now it's just going to be homes.
Isn't that going to be the last thing in downtown Salt Lake that's like that?
I think you're right.
It is. There won't be anything left like that.
Now,
Ken's going to be open for another year or so please still go buy books there. It's not closed yet. But
I mean, we lost lambs too. No, you got a point.
Yeah, no, it's driving me crazy, quite frankly. And I travel a lot across the United States. This is happening in city after city after city after city.
And then they all start looking the same.
All start looking the same. The music's the same on the radio. Everybody's car looks the same. You know, do you want to live in a world where everybody has a straight nose? I don't.
That's my sign off today.
There you go. Write it down.
That's my
So
sign
you've
off.
got a premiere happening. Is
Yeah.
it at the Tower?
At the Tower
Oh,
on,
the good
on
folks.
Friday. Yeah.
Again, another unique and interesting place, the Tower.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where would we be without that? That almost
Exactly.
closed.
And that's that. It did come close, didn't it?
It came very close.
And so this is Friday.
Friday, yeah. The red carpet madness begins at 7:30.
Are you going to get all dressed up?
Yeah, of course.
I think you should.
Oh,
Will
are
there
you
be
kidding me?
Q&A before and after? Or
Well, I'd
after
like to
anything?
give away door prizes.
Okay.
You know, my mom, when I started making films, I don't know if I told you guys this, but, you know, I started showing my films when I was about 17, 18 years
Mhm.
old. And my mother said, nobody's going to go to your movies unless I give away door prizes.
She was right.
There you go.
And her door prizes actually brought them in, and she'd make hot sauce and give it away. And her hot sauce became quite famous there for a while. Anyway, we're going to give away door prizes. We're going to have, we're going to induct a couple of people into the Lawn of Fame.
The Lawn of Fame.
Yes.
Will some of the actors from your film be there Friday night as well?
They better be.
Well, Bill's
Yeah,
resting
Bill.
up, so he can
Bill
go.
better rest up so he can make it.
Stephanie's coming in from St. Louis, and Davey's coming in from Austin. So the actors are coming in from around the country, and yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. I think.
I think it will be. It always is fun when you throw a party.
I mean, do you know what the Lawn of Fame is?
What is the Lawn of Fame?
The Lawn of Fame. Here's another wonderful thing that nobody knows.
Okay.
Tell us.
It's a good thing I'm here this
Yes.
morning.
Yes.
The Lawn of Fame is the lawn outside of the tower, and there are actually little cement blocks out there with people's handprints in it. So there, John Waters is there, Gina Rowlands, Crispin Glover, that kind of.
Right there in front of the tower. How have I never paid attention
Nobody
to that?
ever pays attention to it, and I think it's a wonderful thing, and I want to get some more handprints in there.
I had no. How did I not know that?
And we
Thank
need to go
you,
and take a
Trent.
look at.
There needs to be a sign.
Yeah.
It says Lawn of Fame. Now, they
Well-
want to move it into the planter box, which is fine. It could be the planter box of fame.
I like the Lawn of Fame better.
Well, Trent knows all these cool things. You wrote a book about it.
Yeah.
Your book. I
Yeah,
love
Mondo,
that.
Utah.
Mondo, Utah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so it's a Friday night at the Tower.
Yeah, Friday night at the Tower.
How much are tickets?
I think they're $10.
Okay.
You can buy them early if you go through the, what is it, Salt Lake Film Society website.
Yeah, slfs.org, or if they're on sale now at the Tower box office too. So
Are th-
when
Are
they
they?
open up, you can go buy them there.
Door prizes before or after the film.
Probably both. There's a couple that are pretty special.
Okay. So what time should we arrive?
Well, I think if you want to be inducted into the Lawn of Fame, you better get there at 7:30.
Oh, yeah.
But the movie will probably get rolling at 8. But there's going to be some other things going on.
It's an event.
It's not a movie premiere. It's a surrealist happening.
It's a happening.
There you go.
Exactly
love
the
it.
way to describe that.
Yeah.
Trent, good luck with this. People want to know where they can find some of your other films.
Oh,
At the Tower, probably.
well, or go on my website. If you could just Google Trent Harris, my movies come right up. I've got
They're
a whole
everywhere.
bunch of them now.
All right. So just do that. Trent, always good to see you.
Well, thanks for having me in here, you
Good
guys.
luck with this film. Looking forward to it. Welcome to the Rubber Room.
Welcome to the Rubber Room.
Quick look at traffic brought to you by Bad Apple. Bad Apple is the only place to offer low-priced premium phone screens with a lifetime warranty. Now they have 10 locations across the Wasatch Front, locations and more at badapplerepair.com. A couple crashes. Southbound I-15 at 8700 South. It's there on the right-hand side, causing delay. Northbound I-15 at 2800 South. That's causing some delay. Northbound I-15 at 132nd South, causing between 5 and 10 minutes delay. 35th South at 40th West. There is a crash. Let's see. SR-36 out near Erda and Tooele. There is a crash. Southbound I-215 around California Avenue. There's a crash. Why are there so many crashes today? It's clear. Be careful when you're driving. And then northbound I-15 at University Parkway. There is a crash. All those between 5 and 10 minutes delay. That's your traffic.
All right. Thank you very much. Boner candidates, do you have those?
I do. Bill got up this morning and found these for you folks, and I'm just presenting them to you. Boner candidate number 1, I was encouraging people to stay out of the street. Boner candidate number 2, maybe if I'm employed, the court will go easy on me. And boner candidate number 3, I'll welcome them with reminders of home.
All right. Thank you very much. Boner round 2 and Big Boy News and Opinioendo coming up after these.
Has Trent Harris ever been at Salt Lake Comic-Con?
You know, he should. If he hasn't been, no,
Yeah,
he did a panel. He
Did
did a local filmmakers panel once, I believe. But that's the kind of interesting things that you will find at Salt Lake Comic-Con. Go to saltlakecomiccon.com, and you'll see all of the big celebrities that are going to be there, of course. You know, Dick Van Dyke, Elijah Wood, Stephen Amell, John Bernthal, Christopher Lloyd, and Thomas F. Wilson, and all those. But there are also panel programming. And that's where they take a subject and they talk about it.
You're doing one.
Yeah, it might be local filmmakers. I'm on
Adam West.
I'm on a bunch of them.
Yeah.
We're doing an Adam West one. We're doing one on Mystery Science Theater. You never know. So if you go online, saltlakecomiccon.com, you can check panel programming, and they'll have, you can look up all of the schedule, and there's probably something that interests you that you can go and find like-minded people and talk about these sort of things. And, of course, the big dealer's room and all of that. But it's happening this weekend. It's Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. SaltLakeComicCon.com. Go and get your tickets. Get the full lineup and purchase your tickets there. Salt Lake Comic Con presented by Wasatch Front Subaru Retailers and Subaru of America, Inc.
Strong Volkswagen and X96 present Pepper.
I've got a show. I'll be playing Flynn in Twilight.
Light.
Light.
L-I-T-E?
L-I-T-E. Yep. I'm the bully. You know.
Are you the wolf boy?
No.
You're not the
no,
wolf boy.
No, I wish. I pitched to be the guy who takes his shirt off at one point for no
you
reason.
love to take your shirt off.
I absolutely do.
Kind of like the Will Ferrell of this station.
Okay. But no, the show is I'm the only guy that looks like he could beat up another guy in all of theater in Utah. So
they're all pale, vegetarian.
Yeah, and thin. We had plenty of people who could play the vampire type, but not very many who could play the bully. So, I'll guilt you guys into that show another time.
I'm a shed vampire.
I'm the only one who goes to your plays anymore.
Oh, I went.
Oh, yeah, you did.
And Gina may come to this one because it's a Twilight spoof.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And we all know Gina loves Twilight.
The sparkly vampires.
We got this.
Are you going to sparkle?
I don't sparkle because I'm not a vampire.
He's a bully.
But
we do have a
vampire
sparkly
going to
vampire,
sparkle?
you bet. And a Bela Lugosi vampire too.
Undead.
So like there's this old-fashioned vampire.
Don't worry about
trying
it.
to figure out what the young vampires are.
What
I
is
don't
vampire
understand this.
You kids today.
I don't
with your
understand this.
sparkles
And you're fast running.
What is this? You can go outside.
What? Yeah. What? Can you see yourself in the mirror? That's what I want.
Look, have some wine. All right.
Guess we just sort of wrote the play, didn't we?
Is that it?
Wrote and ended
and performed.
There you go. Kids, there's something the matter with kids today. Kids, they go and sparkle outside in the day.
There it is. Yep, little musical number. Yep.
Easy.
Desert Star Playhouse. Be there.
The shut'll come out tomorrow, and he'll be able to stand outside. I hate him. I miss the sun.
Oh,
Lord. You owe Carrie money now.
I know.
I used to be tan, you know this. I had a house in Palm Beach. Aw, damn. Blow this. No, that doesn't. I'll get there.
Here comes the sun. You better run, you dumb old vampire.
We get
Deedle.
we sparkle. Da 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 da. Ah, you kids.
I like the dessert bar there at the Desert Star Playhouse.
Does the old vampire carry an umbrella? He should.
No, but that is a great idea.
Okay. You owe me a dollar.
There's
and,
that
and
too.
Count
Oh, boy,
Chocula.
yes, Count
of course.
Chocula
Count
has to be in there.
Chocula's got to be there, and the Count, and
Two.
oh, that joke's in there. You know it.
Yep.
Bedtime stories.
That's beautiful. It's a lovely thing.
Oh yeah, it's funny until the guy kills himself at
What?
the end.
Well, why'd you have to go there? Now you ruined
He
it
does.
for me.
He does.
Tim and Eric is just one of those things that
Is weird.
You know,
Yeah,
what, you
like-
you know why he killed himself?
Why?
It's because the restaurant that he got his baklava from closed.
You know, there are other baklava places.
No,
Not
they're
like
not. They're not the same. It's close. They try to help him to get
No.
other baklava, but he just, he would get mad at them and throw it at them because it was not
This
the
is
same.
a whole episode.
It's like it's a 10-minute show, so
That's a TV show though that most people just hate and think is terrible. I would imagine.
Well,
yeah?
even I, there's an episode or two you'll go, well, that was just not good.
That's so funny.
But when they're on, like with this one worked. Anyway, it is time for round 2 of the Boner voting. 3 news stories that are examples of bad, stupid, or funny human behavior, and you will decide with your vote who is the worst. Who of these 3 candidates is the most deserving to go forward to Boner Fight and possibly become Boner of the Day? Of course, these are, Boner means mistake. So 2 now, then a 3rd candidate after the news. Once you've heard all 3, you'll vote. One of you lucky Boner voters will receive a Can't Buy It, Gotta Win It Radio from Hell Boner t-shirt courtesy of
Excel Automotive Repair, located at 3300 South and 3rd East. Stop by and see the guys. Let them work on your car. Let them take care of you. Let them be your guys as they are our guys.
Mechanics. They're not just guys. They're
Excel Automotive Repair.
They're mechanics.
Yeah, but they're our guys. Yeah. Hey, my guy.
Boner candidate number 1. I was encouraging people to stay out of the street. State Representative Lynn DeSanto, our box elder.
Oh, so this is Utah. That's nice.
No, this is Rapid City.
Oh.
They must have a box elder as well.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
was criticized by the state Democratic Party and others Tuesday and lost her position at a real estate firm after she made a post to Facebook that joked about striking protesters with the vehicle.
Oh, boy. Oh, it's the same one.
Yep, we've had this before.
It was a cop last time.
Yeah, and this is a representative, a Republican representative. The post consisted of a drawing of an SUV, and you can see it at x96.com/live, an SUV mowing down stick figure people, plus 3 lines of text. All lives splatter. Nobody cares about your protest, and keep your expletive out of the road. The drawing and text appear to be a meme. And above the meme, DeSanto wrote her own comment. I think this is a movement we can all support. She also added the hashtag All Lives Splatter, play on the slogan All Lives Matter, which arose in response to the Black Lives Movement. The post dated September 7th attracted numerous comments from other Facebook users, including many who wrote comments on Tuesday. Some were supportive.
Yeah.
Others were sharply critical. DeSanto removed her post from Facebook by mid-afternoon Tuesday and spoke shortly afterward with the Journal newspaper by phone. When Bill made this as the title of this candidate, I thought it was a joke, but this is actually what she said. I'm sorry if people took offense to it and perceived my message in any way insinuating support or condoning people being hit by cars.
Well, that's what it says.
That's the meme.
I perceived it differently. I perceived it as encouraging people to stay out of the street.
No.
Good for her trying to spin
Because
that thing around.
it says protesters. Oh, yeah, you are a terrible person.
She's a liar. The right to peaceably assemble is fundamental to our democracy.
Yes, it is. And that might be in a street.
Yeah. I'm just stunned that she actually said, "Oh, is that? Oh, no, I just want people to stay out of this." No, you're a boner candidate. Number one.
It's like they don't think that these are real people. It's like these are robots or cartoon characters. They're not
a TV
people.
Show.
Yeah, it's a TV show to them. Yeah, we'll take away their health care too. Because they're not real.
Yep. Boner candidate number 2. Well, maybe if I'm employed, the court will go easy on me. Now, Bill made this a boner candidate.
Mm-hmm.
I give this guy points for trying to evade police in a unique way.
Okay.
Massachusetts State Police said the man they arrested Tuesday was in a hurry to get away from them, but not in such a hurry that he couldn't stop to check and see if a local business was hiring. State police said they were involved in a car chase with Jose Jimenez, 26, of Lawrence. The chase ended after he ditched the car and ran inside the Osprey Wireless in Westwood. The Osprey employee said that Jimenez ran inside and asked if he could fill out a job application. Quote, he was cool as a cucumber, recalled employee Jeff Marin. Now, here's what he's thinking. If I'm a guy at a counter filling out a job application, they're going to look past. They're looking for a guy that's running from the I'm just filling it.
And there's a picture of him there.
He wasn't applying for a job.
That's awesome.
He was.
I don't think that's.
I give him points for innovative
That's
thinking.
what I'm
but
saying. I disagree that this is a boner candidate.
Well, it's too late.
Yeah, you don't get a pick. You can't be trusted.
That's right. Bill picked him.
Jimenez was wanted for assault and battery with a dangerous weapon after state police say he fled a motor vehicle stop. Yeah. Osprey employees said Jimenez ran inside the store, spoke with multiple people, asked if they had any positions available, and started filling out an application. At that point, quote, we were hearing police helicopters outside, and the police were coming from every direction. According to officials, police walked in and saw Jimenez filling out an application, and it was clearly him. He walked up to him and said, let's go. I give him points for trying.
But,
boner candidate number 2.
There you go.
Coming up in a moment, boner candidate number 3. I'll welcome them with reminders of home.
Okay. Boner candidate number 3. After this here, a big boy news and a Pinuendo brought to you by.
Check out the Best Friends No Kill Utah Pet Super Adoption in Farmington this weekend, where you can meet hundreds of adoptable cats and dogs all in one place. Go to bestfriendsutah.org for more information.
On Tuesday, Jimmy Kimmel delivered an emotional, nearly zero laughs monologue excoriating Senator Bill Cassidy for the new health care bill the GOP wants to ram through Congress. The two men have a history, one that made Kimmel's words particularly pointed. In May, Cassidy appeared on the show to discuss the open heart surgery undergone by Kimmel's newborn son and how any health care plan should pass the, quote, Jimmy Kimmel test, which he named it. Essentially that no family should be denied medical care, emergency or otherwise, because they can't afford it. And Jimmy had a baby born with a severe heart defect and needed expensive emergency surgery. And so Jimmy, do you have...
I've got some audio if you'd
Okay.
like to hear it. Let's, here we go.
Not only did Bill Cassidy fail the Jimmy Kimmel test, he failed the Bill Cassidy test. He failed his own test. And you don't see that happen very much. This bill he came up with is actually worse than the one that, thank God, Republicans like Susan Collins and Lisa Murkowski and John McCain torpedoed over the summer. And I hope they have the courage and good sense to do that again with this one, because these other guys who claim they want Americans to have better health care, even though 8 years ago they didn't want anyone to have health care at all, they're trying to sneak this scam of a bill they cooked up in without an analysis from the Bipartisan Congressional Budget Office. They don't even want you to see it. They're having one hearing. The hearings, I read the hearings being held in the Homeland Security Committee, which has nothing to do with health care, and the chairman agreed to allow two witnesses, Bill Cassidy and Lindsey Graham, to speak. So listen, health care is complicated. It's boring. I don't want to talk about it. The details are confusing, and that's what these guys are relying on. They're counting on you to be so overwhelmed with all the information, you just trust them to take care of you, but they're not taking care of you. They're taking care of the people who give them money, like insurance companies, and we're all just looking at our Instagram accounts and liking things while they're voting on whether people can afford to keep their children alive or not.
There's more, but...
Yeah. It's because, and he's angry because he came on his show and was like, well, yeah, everyone should be able to do what you were able to do for your son and give him that.
Well, and they showed a clip of him on another news show.
Using his name.
Using his name, saying, I ask everyone, does it pass the Jimmy Kimmel test? And Kimmel at the end says, you stop using my name.
Yeah, I don't want to be associated
Says, I'll tell you
with
what the Jimmy Kimmel test is we'll have a lie detector here for you next time when you come on the show. That'll be the true test because you out and out lied to me.
Yeah.
And it's true. This new bill is worse. And they're forcing it through before people notice or before the CBO gets a chance to look at it.
Or they're trying to.
Or they're trying to anyway.
I think they have by Saturday.
I think it's the 30th.
The 30th is the
next
deadline, but they're just doing it. And another thing that doesn't help is that the Koch brothers have said to the Republican Party, we're not going to donate as much if you don't get this done. And so rather than doing the right thing and doing it, getting some input and having hearings and talking about it, they're just going to write it up and throw it down again, like they did last time. So we've all got to call. We've all got to call our representatives and let them know that this will not stand, man.
Which we kind of say and just express and then we sort of move on. But stop for a second and realize what you just said. There is two guys who donate lots of money to politicians who have said, we are not happy, so please do something different. And that money will control whether or not a bill will get presented for people to vote on, and it will destroy the health care.
And you know who writes those bills? It's not the politicians. It's usually a corporation. I was just reading an article about the electric company in Florida wrote the bill about solar regulations.
Well, they're trying to do that here.
And yes, exactly. And the politicians need to be writing these bills, not the corporations.
Well, you think you have problems.
Anyway,
Barbara Streisand.
Yes.
Oh, no, Babs?
So she was at the charity thing for hurricane relief. They had all the celebrities answering phones.
Which hurricane?
It started out as Harvey, and then you had Irma, and now we got...
Don't forget Maria, Gina. We are talking about Maria today.
So this is a charity thing. It's for a good cause. And she always does this. You can only shoot her from the left side.
It's a better side.
But she's nobody else there is caring about that. And Barbara Streisand is, if you put the camera on me, it's got to be on my left side. And they had a red carpet walk for the celebrities to go into the place to answer phones. And they were all entering from this one direction. She was the only celebrity that was allowed to enter from the other side. So as she was walking in, I so desperately want to see a side-by-side comparison of her right side and her left side. Can it be that different?
See, and my hope was that she had walked down backwards because the cameras were on the one side, and so rather than walking, filming, she just walks backwards down the...
Apparently, when she was on the Tonight Show, she switched seats with Jimmy Fallon, so she would be, because think about how that's positioned.
Oh, yeah.
She wanted her left side there.
Oh, that's funny.
Good for her. That people do that, I would be like...
Good for her?
That people agree to do it. We
She's
want you
Barbra
bad enough. Yeah,
Streisand.
we want you bad enough. We are willing to switch chairs with the host of our TV show.
Do you have
bet.
a good side? Do you have a side you feel like if you're going to take my picture, I'd rather it be this side?
Gina, I want you to look at this face and tell me, do I have a good side? No.
No good.
There is not a part of this.
All right. Weather, traffic?
No sports?
If you want sports, sure.
You can receive 2 season passes to Solitude with the purchase of a new Silverado Cruise, Malibu, Traverse, or Equinox. Riverton Chevy online at rivertonchevy.com. Let me think. Let me pass on sports. Let's just do weather. 77 is the high today. Should be mid-50s the rest of the week into the weekend. That's mid-50s as a high. So if you're looking at doing something outside, I want to take a nice walk with my whatever, today, because it's going to be cool the rest of the week. And then a quick look at traffic. Lots of crashes. Southbound I-15 at 8700 South. There is a crash causing between 5 and 10 minutes delay. 35th South and 4100 West in West Valley. There is a crash. SR 36 in Erda. That's out in Tooele County. There is a crash. Southbound I-215 at California Avenue, there's a crash. University Parkway, northbound I-15. 3500 South and 6400 West in West Valley, there's a crash. And southbound State Street at 123rd South, there is a crash. So that is your traffic.
All right, thank you.
Voter candidate number 3, I'll welcome them with reminders of home. A university president has apologized after hosting a dinner for African American students that included cotton stalks as table centerpieces.
Oh.
Randy Lowry,
there they are.
president of Lipscomb University in Nashville, Tennessee, invited students to his home for dinner on Thursday to discuss their experiences at the school. What transpired will hopefully be a teachable moment for university leaders moving forward. Dion Sims, a student who attended the dinner at Lowry's home, was taken aback by aspects of the event he considered tone deaf. I think the most offensive thing was the cotton centerpieces, he said. Now, that's not the only thing. The menu also left a bad taste.
Yeah, that was the thing for me. Like,
Yeah.
I can see the centerpiece being a cotton. Okay,
it's
a beautiful thing.
Oh,
whatever, right?
Okay, tell me.
Can you, Carrie? What would you?
I'm not. No, just read
Well,
it.
I'll tell you this. He
Okay.
did the same thing for Latino students, and he served fajitas.
To his Latino students.
So to his African American students,
Mm-hmm.
you can guess, but I'll tell you.
Well, it's in the picture too.
It's ribs and collard greens and cornbread.
And macaroni and
And
cheese.
macaroni and
Which
cheese.
is, yeah.
A student, another student said, because he tried to say, because the president tried to say, well, I just thought the centerpieces looked fall-y. And this other student said, really? Because those weren't on the table when you had the Latino students over for their fajita dinner. No. So boner candidate number 3. Well, I was just trying to welcome them with reminders of home.
All right, let's review the first 2 and vote.
Boner candidate number 1, I was encouraging people to stay out of the street. That is exactly what State Representative Lynn DeSanto, our box elder, not here,
Oh, wow.
said when she posted, and we've had this meme as a boner before, it's the all lives splatter meme. She said, I'm just trying to keep people out of the road. Boner candidate number 2, maybe if I'm employed, the court will go easy on me. I think this guy, I give him points, but Bill thought he was a boner. running from the police, runs into a business and asks for a job application. Boner candidate number 3, you just heard, I was just trying to welcome them with reminders of home.
All right, it's time for you to decide who is the winner of round 2. Which of these 3 candidates deserves to go forward and possibly become Boner of the Day in Boner Fight. So you got to decide of these 3. Which one's a contender? 1, 2, or 3. Put the number of the candidate that you think should win in the message of a text. And then text that to 33986. Pretty easy. You can still use your voice to vote at 877-602-9696. People are calling in now, I see. And you can go to x96.com and look for the box that says Round 2, September 20 on the box and vote there. If you don't see the box, refresh. It should appear. All right. We also got Things That Must Go coming up after these, so stand by. You got less than 300 seconds to vote. It's Boner Round 2. Here we go.
And tamarind.
I'm all right with tamarind.
Are you sure?
Well,
Do you
like
know
A1,
what-
I must be.
Do you know what tamarind is?
No, I have no idea what tamarind is.
Okay.
What is it?
Not good. I'm not going to say.
You don't know.
Yeah, I do.
What is it?
It's a fruit.
Bill used to play the tamarind.
In the Mamas and the Papas.
In the Salvation Army. I was the tamarind player.
Hey, Mr.
Tamarind Man, play a song for me. We did it
It's
again,
the Gina B
yes.
and Richie T. There it is. That's the show you're going to get.
Does anybody here know what a tamarind is?
It's a fruit.
Now listen while I play my green tamarind.
It's a
It's like a citrus kind of a
yeah,
fruit.
it's kind of sour. It's very
Yeah.
sour. One of my favorite things to get at a Vietnamese restaurant is tamarind broth soup.
I like to get tamarind sodas
It's
at
related-
Mexican places.
It's related to the date.
Oh, I had no idea. There you go, tamarind.
Cousin of the date? Or
I think
neighbor?
no, it's related. So I believe it's an uncle. It's an uncle to the date.
Uncle Tamarind, shut up. We're tired of your stories about flavoring A1. We don't believe you.
Oh, these people have brought us a cake.
No, that's
oh,
not
no.
for us.
It's for size 9.
Happy
Is it your
25th
birthday
birthday.
Oh, happy birthday.
You know what would be really funny is if that cake slid out of the pan right now onto the floor. Holding it kind of sideways.
to award round 2 of the boner voting.
And this morning's boner brought to you in part by Jamaican Jerk Chicken.
And, well, let's just say totality. And, yeah.
All?
Yep, all.
Lots of Jamaican Jerk Chicken.
All the chicken.
Boner candidate number 1, I was encouraging people to stay out of the street. This was a state representative. She has an R next to her name. I bet you could have figured that out even if I didn't tell you. She posted on her Facebook page that that meme, all lives splatter, nobody cares about your protest, keep your expletive out of the road. It's obviously a take on all lives matter, and she said she didn't know what people were so upset about. She just wanted to keep people out of the road. Boner candidate number 2, maybe if I'm employed, the court will go easy on me.
I like this one.
This is not a boner. He should get a kudo for trying to be creative about how he was eluding police. And boner candidate number 3, I'll welcome them with reminders of home. This is the university professor that invited African-American students over for dinner and had cotton stalks on his centerpiece and served them ribs and mac and cheese and collard greens. And let's see, we had a boner t-shirt winner. Kate was our t-shirt winner. I like that only 8 people voted for the guy that was applying for a job running from police.
He didn't deserve it.
Then between 1 and 2, number 1, the representative that posted the all lives splatter.
All right, there you go. That is now candidate number 2 for Boner of the Day. Boner fight happens at 9:25. It will go up against the winner from round 1. Things that must go now, brought to you by
Prohibition, Utah's sexiest new speakeasy located north of Fashion Place Mall in Murray. Tonight and every Wednesday is Roaring Wednesdays. There's swing dance lessons and a live DJ. Info and reservation at prohibitionutah.com.
Things that must go on the radio. From Hell Show.
It's things that must go. And you should send them to us. Radio from Hell at X96 .com, and then must go in the subject line. And you don't have to wait till you have a whole list.
No, you just send 1 or 2.
Something bugs you today, go, I'll send that to Radio from Hell to make it go away.
2 sentences,
Yeah. It could even be 1 word. We've had some great must goes that have been like Trump, and that's it. That's great to get.
First thing that must go is questioning my news.
Are people doing that, or are you doing that?
in the chat room, they're like, Hurricane Irma was 2 weeks ago. Yeah, I was talking about when Hurricane Irma came through Florida.
Yes. Now we have.
I know it's Maria that's in the new one. It's hard to keep track of. I was making a point of people were commenting that after Hurricane Irma, there wasn't as much damage as they thought there would be for a storm of that size.
You need to pay attention.
I was making a different point.
Yes. Just because
Maria, we don't know what Maria's doing yet because she's just coming into.
She barely hit this morning.
Yeah. Just because you can say something, maybe you should think twice before you text.
But please, someone else in the chat room says Taylor Swift must go.
Oh, the new Taylor or the old Taylor? Because the old Taylor's dead.
The new, that's so stupid.
Yep.
Does she not have people around her to say, Dad, this is not a good idea? I've heard 2 songs off her new album. They're both terrible. And she's, her little, tweeny fans, this is not what they want from Taylor Swift.
No, it's overproduced. It's not enjoyable for me, certainly.
I wish I could weigh in on this.
Carrie, let me save you.
I did not pursue any Taylor Swift music to listen to.
Well,
so
I'm around kids, and kids listen to different things.
That's another reason I've not heard it, I suppose.
Yeah. Let's see. I got this from Kira. Please don't use my name. Look how long this is.
You need to put it away.
This?
Yeah.
You need to put it away.
Put it away
till next time.
Sorry, Kira. I'll just skip to this one. Jeez. Please use only my first name. Thank you.
All right.
It's Mark. Because Mark, that could be anybody. How many Marks do you know?
Lots.
Lots of Marks. Dear Lords and Lady, the following things absolutely must go. Number 1, people in line at Costco gasoline. And this isn't just Costco. any gas station. People who won't pull around the car at the back pump when
Ugh.
someone leaves the front. Just pull as far forward as you can. People are waiting, especially at Costco. There's always a long line of people waiting. Left lane hogs. The left lane is for 3 things: passing, turning left, and exiting. Even if you're speeding, it's illegal to hold people up behind you. If you're not doing one of those things, get out of the left lane.
Yes.
Believe me, if I'm speeding, I'm not holding anybody up.
No. Carrie's the guy that says he's the pace car for the freeway,
Yes.
actually.
I noticed that behind me.
Yeah,
When
you're
I
the
look in
pace car.
rearview mirror, people go, oh, well, let's go.
Rude people in movies, we have this a lot, but it's not going away, so we need to mention it again. I think this is because It has come out, so I'm in the middle of watching a horror movie, it says. The last thing I want is for the mood to be ruined by someone making a phone call. You know, it's tense, and something's going to happen. and-
Yeah, hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, hang on. Yeah, I'm in a movie
Yeah.
right now. No, it's pretty intense right now.
Talking to their girlfriend or not watching where they're putting their feet and kicking the back of my chair. You're ruining the mood. Hug you and your rude ass. I would gladly pay extra to have people inside the theater kick people out who talk or play with their phones. They used to do that more, I think, didn't they?
Yeah, ushers.
Have ushers that
Yeah.
would,
Oh, yeah.
You, come here. You're out.
Not anymore.
Oh, that's
You
from...
got you got like 3 people working there now.
Yeah.
You got the concessions. You've got the person that
Yeah.
presses play on the projector and then goes down to take your
Yeah.
ticket
Yeah.
because, you know.
All right, I've got these couple. One's from me. People that tell you that, hey, I'm not old, and then continue to tell you, hey, I'm not old. You never thought they were old. They weren't acting old, but they just really want to make sure. You know what? I'm this age, and that's not old. I'm not old. Did you know that I'm not old? Listen, just don't act old. And I never would have thought that is an old person.
But
No, I wouldn't. I mean, to a point, right? Like you get like 80 and then of course you're old, but
Right.
I'm not ever going to be like, hey, old person, come on. Just, you don't need to make excuses. You're not old. You're fine. This one from Dylan, our video producer. The inequality of shopping carts.
The inequality of shopping
You know the smaller ones, the half-size shopping carts?
Oh, those are
They're
my
great.
favorite. I love
those. are
those.
great, but there's 8 of them and 300 of the ones that no one wants to use. So inequality of shopping carts.
Oh, inequality.
Yeah,
Okay.
must go.
All right.
I love the little ones.
And
I prefer the little ones.
And this one from Kirk. He's a runner. He says these are things that must go training for a marathon edition. The burnout runner. This is the person at the indoor track who sits and waits at the rest stop for a few laps and then darts out in front of you running as fast as they can to make you feel like they're beating you. Please don't jump out in front of me and mess up my pace. The confused geriatric, the old one on the indoor track that looks like they're about 90 years old and they're walking in the opposite direction in the running lane. And then they have a look on their face like this is the worst hotel that they've ever stayed at. The kumbayas. These are the ones on the indoor track who travel in groups of 5 to 7, hold hands, and love to mosey around the track, holding hands, blocking every lane of traffic, and probably singing Kumbaya. He says, the soccer mom. This is the mom who does not find a sitter or use the gym's daycare and is on the track pushing a 2-person stroller with 4 more kids, all under the age of 7, who are running circles around her on the track. Some of them get bored and then find entertainment in bothering and harassing the other runners on the track. And then this. The irresponsible dog owner, when I'm out on the outdoor trail running and I run into the person who has more than one dog who are not on leashes, following them down the trail, the irresponsible dog owner pays no attention to his beloved poochies as they bark other runners off of the trail. They nip and bite the ankles of other runners and poop all over the trail. There's nothing like hurdling dog turds every 10 steps.
It's part of your training.
And that's it. Oh, and this. When we are at a camp or a sporting event and the MC yells out, hey, campers, are you happy to be here? Everyone yells, yes! And then he responds, I can't hear you, making everyone repeat their response even louder than before. This I can't hear you crap is archaic, cliche, and annoys the hell out of me. This I can't hear you pep rally crap needs to go.
All right. I got one here from a guy who says, please don't use my name. I don't want the KKK looking for me. The KKK is crazy here in the South. He's from Tennessee.
Oh.
And it's a big impassioned story about his local representative, Rick Tillis. And I would share it with you, but, I'm afraid we can't help you.
How about just the KKK must go away?
There you go. Let's see. Please don't use my name. My must go is people who use social media as an outlet to share passive-aggressive memes or quotes that are obviously aimed at one specific person in their lives.
I like this.
And I like this part. Stop being so salty.
Well.
Put on your adulting hat and go sort out your issues in a mature manner rather than leaving everyone in your life wondering if it was meant for them and what they must have done to upset you this time. It's a miserable way to live. Please stop and please get some therapy for both you and for the rest of us. There we go. And then this one from, let's see, signed, wouldn't it be nice to not lie in bed at night worrying if or when you get cancer, will you be financially ruined?
They're voting for another repeal and replace.
Carrie, Bill, and Gina, I've been listening to you since the mid-'90s in varying degrees of regularity, depending upon my school or work. But whenever I can, I try to squeeze in a few minutes. Thank you for providing a lasting contribution for 20-plus years. My must go is our healthcare system. Why? Bankruptcy, or close to it, because of medical bills. Before the birth of a child in 2015, we were frugally keeping afloat, even on 2 full-time salaries. Because all of the medical bills from just having a baby, here we are 2 years later, and we're near bankrupt, and both of us are still working full-time. Because of our financial situation this summer, I delayed going to the doctor for a whole month when I knew I had an infection because I had to save up money to be able to afford the visit, after my insurance pays their part. If there's a listener who still disagrees with that sort of system, here are some advantages I surmise would come with a single-payer system. Even if taxes are increased so that we had a single-payer system, most of us would likely break even because we wouldn't pay medical bills, co-pays, premiums, and no one would go bankrupt because of medical bills or dip into their savings and retirement so inheritance would go up. 2, I admit the first years would be expensive because most people would rush to take care of things they have been putting off, but eventually it would be more cost-effective because of prevention. Removing a potential small lump or polyp as opposed to a stage 4 cancer treatment, prevention is cheaper. And 3, the government could actually keep the cost of drugs and medical equipment in check by saying to the makers of the EpiPen medication or any other company trying to price gouge, this is how much we will pay. If you want more, suck it.
Yeah.
So there you go.
And they're getting ready to vote again.
Yep. Oh, there you go.
Things that must go on the radio from Hell Show.
Okay, how do you have traffic?
Quick look. There is that accident still southbound I-15 at 8700 South. There's northbound I-15 at 2800 South, 35th South and 41st West in West Valley, SR 36 at milepost 59 in Erda. Crash southbound I-215 at California Avenue here in Salt Lake, northbound I-15 at University Parkway, 35th South and 6400 West in West Valley City, State Street at 123rd South at southbound State Street. Lots of accidents for a clear morning. Be careful, pay attention, don't text and drive.
Thank you very much. Okay, we got Corey's concert and community calendar coming up, and Boner Fight is on the way as well. Stand by for that. And I know all these things because of my enhanced vision. Well, enhanced, I guess I can't say enhanced. Improved vision.
You had LASIK.
I had LASIK done. I used to wear glasses and contacts. I found an old picture of me in my glasses. I found it going through Dad's stuff. I found a picture of me and Mom, and I'm wearing my old glasses and the aviator frame.
Sure. Thankful for Hoops Vision so that you don't have to be glasses guy
That's
anymore.
one reason.
Yeah.
And then contacts guy was also a pain.
Yeah.
Being contacts guy was bad too. I'm glad I got my eyes improved with Hoops Vision. World-class care, fantastic group of surgeons. They're all great people. The latest and safest technologies, all at Hoops Vision. Call them. Your first appointment is free to find out if you are qualified.
And I've done that. So I went down and I said, hey, Hoops Vision, let's take a look at my eyeballs, see if there's something that you can do for me. And they said, you know what? You're good. They were honest, straightforward. They gave me the full exam, but at the end of it, they said, you know what? There's not a thing that we can do for you. So they're not going to force an operation or LASIK on you.
No, they don't need to do that. 877-30-LASIK or go to their website. Most of your questions can be answered there. Hoopsvision.com. That's HOOPES vision.com.
Gina, most people, when you go to a party and someone turns on the TV, the party goes from within about 15 minutes to everybody staring blankly at the television.
That's true.
And not talking to each other.
That is true.
So it'll be a good thing to do at the party.
Yeah.
The point of the party, you know, if you're having a TV party, then yeah, turn on the TV.
Yeah.
Otherwise, don't.
Yeah.
Just
Is that
a
why your
suggestion.
parties don't work,
I don't
Gina?
know.
Could that
I'm not
be it?
good at having parties.
When's the last time you gave a party?
I don't know. What counts as a party? Is having people over a party? Or do you have to have, like, a celebration of something?
No, I think if you invite people over, it's a party. Even if it's a family dinner, it's a family dinner party.
Oh, then we have those all the time.
Do you?
Yeah.
And the TV goes on.
No.
After dinner?
No. No TV.
During dinner?
No. Music.
Oh.
That's it. No TV.
I love people who watch TV during dinner and have TVs in their kitchens and stuff. That's just really odd,
Just
I
says
think.
we don't want to talk to each
Yeah.
other ever for any reason.
Yeah, it's just really strange. I knew a family who had a small TV on their dinner table, and they would eat dinner and watch television.
Sitting on the table.
Yeah, sitting on the corner of the dinner table, a small television, and it was on when they ate dinner.
So they never talked to each
No,
other.
not much.
Maybe that kept the fights down.
Well, that's what I'm thinking.
Now, when we watch TV and eat at the same time, it's because usually we don't have the time to do them both proper. You know,
So then do you take
we
the
have
food to the
combine.
couch?
Yeah. Take the food downstairs.
When I first met my wife, I was not adverse to doing that. I was also not adverse to having a television in the bedroom, and she was against both of those things. And so we have not done them in, I haven't done them in years,
Mhm.
and now I can't imagine doing it.
Even
I
having a TV in your bedroom?
No, God, no. No TV in the bedroom.
Why?
Especially not in the bedroom.
Why especially not in the bedroom?
Because
You don't like to get under the covers and...
Because it's useless. For me, it's useless. If I had a TV in the bedroom, I mean, when I go in the bedroom and get in the bed, you know what I do? Bonk, sleep. Within 2 minutes, I'm out. And if there was a TV in the bedroom, I would be out within 30 seconds. I mean, it would serve no use. It would just serve absolutely no purpose to me to have a TV in the bedroom.
Gotta have a TV in the bedroom.
Do you always watch TV before you go to bed?
No. No, it gets turned on maybe once a week.
But you gotta have it.
But you gotta have it. Those Saturday mornings when you wake up and you're not going anywhere and you're just kind of lying there, you're like, oh, let's see what's on.
Yeah.
That'd be
Let's
nice.
watch a little cartoons.
See,
That would be nice.
You know what you need?
You know.
You need what we have is like a cabinet that you can just totally
Yeah.
shut it off.
That's
so
what we have.
So you can
Well, and then
pretend
there's
no TV in there until you really
the other
want
reason
one.
you need the TV in the bedroom is, well, the porn. But that's
Well, yeah,
another subject altogether that
They have porn on TV?
Sure.
You can put the porn on.
Really?
Uh-huh.
You control the vertical. You control the horizontal.
No, the porn controls the vertical.
Allred and Gina Barberi on X96.
No pee breaks, people. No pee breaks.
No pee breaks.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry, Corey.
Oh, hey. All right. There we go.
Who's sponsoring your feature
Oh, today, sponsored by Corey O'Brien's concert and events calendar is brought to you by Sublime with Rome at USANA on September 30th. Tickets are on sale now at Smith Tix.
In fact, if let me jump in on this. In fact, if you want to win a pair of tickets as a qualifying prize to go see Sublime with Rome and the Offspring, text the word ESTEEM, ESTEEM, to the number 33986 right now, and you could win, if you are the 96 texter, you could win tickets plus a chance to meet the Offspring, and you get qualified for that huge music flyaway down in New Orleans.
It's a lot of stuff.
Right?
So like I was saying, it's Corey's concert and community calendar.
Yes,
All
Sublime
right.
with Rome. Not to be confused with Lincoln Park in Rome, which I'm sure is on the way.
Wow.
All right. Let's get right into it. Tonight, Ghostbusters with FX master Steve Johnson is going to be at Broovies tonight. So they're going to be screening Ghostbusters.
Which Ghostbusters?
I think it's the original one. It didn't
Okay.
specify. I looked at a few, but this guy has done a lot of special effects. He did Spider-Man 2, The Abyss, Nightmare on Elm Street 4 and 5.
Oh, yeah, it is the original then.
So this guy, I mean, if you're into special effects, this is a great event.
That's
to
a
go
great
to.
way to warm up for Comic-Con.
Yeah. And of course, Muse, 30 Seconds to Mars in Paris are at USANA tonight.
That's tonight.
That is tonight.
Okay.
And go out early for the band, because if you've never seen Paris before, they're a great, great band. We don't do a whole lot with them, but it's a great band to check out.
Yep, that'll be a big show. Tomorrow, we've got a Lounge X with Manchester Orchestra right below where we're standing at 50 West. That'll be at 3 p.m., 21 and over, but it's free to come down and check it out. They're a great band. Later, they're playing at the Complex, so you got that going on. You can't get enough Manchester Orchestra. Tove Lo's at the Depot. It's cosplay night at the Green Pig, a $5 cover going to hurricane victims. So, yeah, it's all beginning.
Again, you got to roll out your costume for
That's right.
this weekend.
And you don't want to just use it in one place. You want
Exactly.
to
You wanna
show it around.
Get as many eyeballs on it as possible.
Get all the use out of it as you can. And of course, kickoff for Salt Lake Comic Con Thursday, tomorrow. Friday, Andrew W.K. will be at Metro Music Hall.
No, really?
Yeah. Partying hard. Apparently, he's gearing up for some new music as well.
Okay.
If that's not, it's not for you. The Gem Fair at the Southtown Expo Center.
Those are two different.
One, you're going to rock one way or another. Rob Schneider will be at Wise Guys, also shows on Saturday. And Paramore is down in Orem at the UCCU Event Center. So a lot on Friday. Saturday with Lounge X with Pepper at Poplar Street Pub. That will be at noon, 21 and over. Later that night, they're playing with Tribal Seeds at the Galvin Center. That's our show, so definitely get your tickets for that.
And it's 2-for-1 tickets now.
It's 2-for-1 tickets?
On Pepper, yeah. It says buy one, get one free at reggaeriseup.com. Use the promo code X96BOGO.
There we go.
Buy one, get one. And that's the last outdoor show at the Gallivan of the season, I think.
I don't know of any others. Yeah, that could be it right there. The Utah Firefighters Chili Cook-Off at the Southtown Mall. That starts at 11, so you can start your day with that. It's a good cause. RMR has the Night of Fire Jet Car Show going on. You got a punk rock show with GBH and the Casualties at Metro Music Hall.
GBH is still around?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Sunday, a lot going on the weekend. Enjoy your Sunday with a screening of the 30th anniversary to celebrate the movie Wall Street at Megaplex Theaters.
Really?
Movie's 30 years old, yeah.
Wow.
But I don't think of that as the kind of movie you celebrate 30 years.
Celebrate.
Greed seems to still be good as far as I can tell.
Well, yeah.
So, Monday, take a nap. It was a long day because you got to gear up for Tuesday. Tuesday might be the greatest day of music Salt Lake has ever seen.
Wow.
At USANA, you've got Scorpions and Megadeth.
That's where Gina will be.
Scorps! She might be there. We're not done yet.
Oh, okay. Where else
I just hope
could I be?
Megadeth plays Sweating Bullets. Buckethead will be at the Depot.
Wow.
Insane Clown Posse, the Great Malenko Tour at the Complex.
Okay.
This is Salt Lake in one
This
night.
is Salt Lake in one. This is a Tuesday night in Salt Lake.
Okay.
Jeez.
The Doobie Brothers
Wait a
are
minute.
at the Eccles Theater.
It's not Michael McDonald.
No, it's
No,
it's
no,
no.
no.
I'm not with him.
And if that's not enough, it will also be Taco Tuesday again. So that's the week.
That's pretty
There's a
amazing.
lot. There's a lot going on.
You missed the most important one.
Which?
Saturday night.
Oh, that's right. I should know.
Because you're gonna.
I will be here.
You're
yes,
gonna be
for that, yes.
videoing that. It is Geek Show Live on stage at 50 West, here at 50 West and 300 South, which is Broadway, of course, right below us. It's free to get indoors at 6, shows at 7. We'll record a podcast, and then we're going to play a game live on stage.
A game?
Trust me, the more entertaining we are is if you buy us drinks, is what I'm going to beg
Gary's
for.
asking for drinks.
Test.
If you buy us drinks, the panel is much more entertaining.
And get here early if you want some good seats, because it's a really cool event.
Yeah,
it's a good time.
We do fill it up. We enjoy it.
Saturday will be crazy because it's also the first session of LDS conference. It's not the full weekend, but the women's conference is on Saturday night. So you got
there'll
Comic-Con
be a million people downtown
and LDS Women's Conference Saturday night,
and possibly ICP walking around. I'm not sure when they're getting into town.
There's a lot going on. All right, well,
It's a good weekend.
Thank you, Corey.
Thanks, guys.
Find all that at x96.com. Corey does that. Or you can also text the word
events to
the number
33986, and we'll text it to you every Wednesday at noon.
All right, thank you very much. Let's see, Boner Fight is coming up. You're going to be so exhausted after all the things happening this weekend, you're just going to want to take a nap. MattressFirm.com.
Mattress Firm, it's their semi-annual sale. Top brands are on sale, plus an additional 10% off. You can get a Beauty Rest Firm Queen mattress now for just $454.99, plus an additional 10% off. So it says their Firm Queen mattress. You go into a Mattress Firm, they have a color-coded system for the different firmnesses of mattresses, because everybody has different ones they like, from soft to firm. So you can just go to that section of the store and try out all of the mattresses in the firmness that you like.
And and they encourage you to go in the store, and they'll say, "Lay down." I was fired from part-time Mattress Firm job because I was too aggressive with that.
No,
Lay down.
lay down. Like a dog. You're telling no. They want you to take your time. And even after all that, if you've picked out a mattress you like, you purchase it, you have them delivered. 120 days you have to decide whether that mattress is right for you.
Which another reason I was fired. I kept telling the boss, that's too long. You're giving them too much time.
So why wait any longer? Come in today and find your perfect mattress. Plus, take advantage of interest-free financing for 6 years, 72 entire months, sleeping interest-free. Call 866-780-6220, Mattress Firm.
3 days of live music, including...
I like your shirt, by the way. New shirt?
No.
What?
Old shirt.
You never wear it, though.
No, I don't.
Why not?
I don't know.
It's a nice shirt.
I don't wear it very often.
Well, you should.
Okay. Great.
I gave you a compliment.
Then maybe I will. I will wear it as often as I ever do, which is not often. It's a shirt that I bought. I remember exactly when I bought this shirt. It's when there was an Old Navy over here on 4th South. Over there
Where
on
Trader
4th South.
Joe's is going to be.
Yeah. And there was an Old Navy there. And I went in there one day, and they had this big pile of shirts on the floor. I'm not kidding, as Old Navy does sometimes. And they said all of the shirts in this pile are $1.20. I'm not kidding. $1.20. And I thought, this shirt being $1.20, that's a negative money.
Yeah. It costs more than that to...
Yeah, there's more material in this shirt. There's more little, Vietnamese or Singaporean child finger blood in this shirt from sewing the buttons on. And so I bought it for $1.20 off the floor at the Old Navy.
You would not think that.
It's not. It's just a dumb shirt.
You should have kept the receipt in the pocket. My sister bought a coat
But we
once.
never do a 120 time check, Gina. So
My sister bought a coat once that was on sale, and it ended up being $7. And she kept the receipt in the pocket so that anytime anybody said, "I like that coat,"
her sister Minnie Pearl.
no, Mikkel,
Just to
I like
prove?
that coat, she'd say, $7. No, it's not. I have the receipt. She kept it in the pocket.
right there. Right
$7 coat.
That is
Right
the,
there.
that is the see again. That's the kind of thing that the Barbary girls are interested in.
$7. I don't believe that was $7.
But you could have a debate with some other people about the political situation in Tibet or
Yeah.
the existence of God. But when you're debating with the Barbary girls, it's whether Bill Murray is going to go crashing parties and how much the coat cost. Is she the good-looking one?
They are all good looking.
No, they
Yes,
are
they
not.
are.
Mm-mm.
All of my sisters are good looking.
Lolita!
Certainly not. All right, let's get this over with.
One is better looking than the others.
No, they are all good looking.
It's that one that's really
Yeah.
good looking,
Yeah.
and then there's
Why
there's
you guys do this?
there's an okay one, and
I
then
get
there's
phone
that other
calls
one.
every time you do this.
Which one is he talking about?
They know.
Yeah,
They know.
all. I'm surprised they call. All they have to do is look in the mirror.
Yeah, you knew.
All
Come
they
on.
have to do is look at a family photo, Gina. They'll all point to the good-looking one.
All the Barbary girls know. They know who the good-looking one is. It's true.
So we're not making these things up.
Trusted newsman. Trusted? I don't know. Bill Allred on X96.
Well, boner fight coming up at 9:25, but first, a little bit of news.
Little bit of news brought to you by getting unlimited 1.5% cash back plus a $100 bonus with the Power Cashback credit card from Security Service Federal Credit Union. Restrictions apply. Get details at ssfcu.org.
You think because you're sitting at Bill's area, you can eat on the air?
I'm not eating on the air.
Yes, you are.
I am absolutely not eating on
totally
the air.
hear it in your mouth.
Yeah.
There is nothing in my mouth.
That's
totally hear it.
My mouth is watering because I have been eating in the commercial breaks like a professional, but at no point will you hear me go,
Yeah, it
because I
sounds like
don't
you're
do
eating.
that.
Fox News host Tucker Carlson. Have you seen this?
No, I haven't.
Spoke with a witch on Tuesday evening,
I read some of the excerpts, but I didn't see it.
and it probably didn't go as he expected.
Now, Tucker Carlson, he's got a news show. So there's nothing else happening in the world that he
No.
wants to cover. He wants to interview a witch. Could
Well,
he
they-
be avoiding some things? Do you think he's avoiding something?
While the interview was generally good-natured in spirit, Carlson wanted to focus on witch stereotypes, while his guest, a witch and self-described Oracle of Los Angeles, Amanda Yates Garcia, wanted to talk about real issues. Sincere question. Is Eye of Newt an actual ingredient? Carlson asked.
So Carlson has never heard of Shakespeare. Okay.
Garcia rolled her eyes. I think the real problem is not whether or not Eye of Newt is an actual ingredient, she said. The problem is we have some kind of big nuclear extravaganza with North Korea. The real problem is we're punishing immigrant children. The real problem is students have crushing debt. I don't think the real problem is whether or not we use Eye of Newt.
But enough about...
Yeah.
Are all your hats pointy?
Yeah.
Where is your mole?
He pushed her on the Eye of Newt thing. and she said, Eye of Newt, isn't that from Shakespeare?
It is.
It's... Carlson also asked about a binding spell that Garcia and others have cast on President Donald Trump to prevent him from harming others. Is it working? I don't know. She said, no, I don't use Eye of Newt. We use like candles and things like that. But
yeah, again, you ask people who watch Fox News about the Russia investigation. You ask them about things like that. They don't know about it. And if they do know about it, they've been told that it's a farce and a joke and it's not real. And Tucker's there with a witch in the evening news when everything around you was going
somebody
crazy.
Somebody get me a witch.
Yeah, I mean, there were hurricanes he could have covered. There was all kinds of stuff he could have covered.
Do New Age witches ride on Swiffers? Let's talk about that for a second.
He might have asked that.
That's absolutely what this was trying to be. Good for that witch.
Yeah, good witch. Nice witch. How about switching from witches to vampires?
Okay.
Gwyneth Paltrow has Goop, known for its luxe and unconventional products, is currently selling something called Psychic Vampire Repellent for $30. The product is described as sprayable elixir that we can all get behind. This protective mist uses a combination of gem healing and deeply aromatic therapeutic oils reported to banish bad vibes and shield you from the people that may be causing them. Fans spray generously around their heads to safeguard your aura. This is, and I think you would say, do you see any vampires around me?
That's how you know it works. It's like the guy who was selling rocks that keep panthers away. Yeah.
You seen a panther?
Right.
See, it's working.
It's working. A psychic vampire, and I'm looking at a picture of it. It says right on it, Psychic Vampire Repellent, $30.
And it's a spray.
And it's you spray it on your aura, Carrie. I already explained.
I'd prefer a rub-on.
Rub on your aura?
Yeah.
It probably smells good.
No, that would attract vampires.
No. Is that enough when we do Boner Fight?
If you'd like.
Let's do Boner Fight.
It's Boner Fight. With Radio from Hell on X96.
Good candidates today. I don't know how you're going to choose. Boner candidate number 1. Once again, sports builds character. 5 football players at Christian College in Illinois are accused of hazing a teammate last year, allegedly restraining the teen with duct tape before trying to sodomize him with an unidentified object. A judge in DuPage County signed arrest warrants for the 5 kids. The 19-year-old victim transferred to another college and said it has had a devastating impact on his life. Boner candidate number 2. I was encouraging people to stay out of the street. Republican State Representative Lynn DeSanto was criticized by the state Democratic Party and others Tuesday and lost her position at a real estate firm after she made a post to Facebook that joked about striking protesters with a vehicle. The post consisted of a drawing of an SUV mowing down stick figures, plus the lines, all lives splatter, and nobody cares about your protest. She said, well, I didn't mean anything by that. I'm just trying to keep people out of the street. She actually said that.
Yeah. And she actually thinks that she got away with it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. There you go. You've got to decide who is Boner of the Day. You've got to decide which one of these two is the worst. This is Boner Fights. 1 or 2, the candidate you think should win. Put the candidate number in the message of a text. Send that text to 33986. Pretty easy.
Gotta do something. I'm open to suggestions, Doctor.
877-602-9696 is the telephone number. You can call, use your voice to vote, or you can go to x96.com and look for the box that says Boner Fight September 20 on it and vote there. If you do not see that box, refresh. It should appear. Here we go. Less than 300 seconds to do this. It's Boner of the Day. right, it's time to award your boner.
And today's boner is brought to you in part by Jamaican Jerk Chicken.
And by Get Unlimited 1.5% cash back plus a $100 bonus with the Power Cashback credit card from Security Service Federal Credit Union. Restrictions apply. Get details at ssfcu.org.
Did you go somewhere for the chicken?
No, Joe made it.
Oh, okay.
He jerked his own chicken.
Ooh.
Sorry.
He made Jamaican Jerk Chicken.
Yes. You got to jerk it.
We had boner candidate number 1. Once again, sports builds character. It's hazing again. And boner candidate number 2, I was encouraging people to stay out of the street. We had a Gracie's gift card winner. That was Bob that got the Gracie's gift card. And it was very, very close voting. By just 5 votes.
Oh, really?
These were both great candidates.
They were good candidates, but I didn't think it'd be that close.
By just 5 votes, boner candidate number 2, All Lives Splatter.
All right, there you go. It's a good choice. That is now boner of the day for Wednesday and is now in contention for boner of the week, which is on Friday.
You know, in the studio, a guy I wish I could dress like.
You can.
You can.
No, he gets away with it and can pull it off and looks handsome
That's
every
tailored.
time I see him.
He's tailored.
Brian, step in here because you are known for your natty dress. And wearing a suit like that though immediately would make you look well. You'd have to do something with your
With my hair.
and all that. But wearing a nice suit
People would
automatically
respect you.
makes
They
you
would listen
The
to
suit would work with a man bun.
Yeah, see, maybe I will. Because I automatically respect Brian Brandenburg from Salt Lake Comic Con, who's here in the studio with us.
You have any tips for Richie what he can do?
Keep the man bun.
He likes the man bun.
Keep the man bun.
Yeah.
He just looked at me and did the eye down and eye up and went, boy, we're going to have time to talk about Salt Lake Comic Con, so I'm not going to start into this.
If people want to cosplay like Richie for Comic Con. No?
One time in college, someone dressed like me for Halloween.
Was it obvious?
They blacked out their teeth back when I could take my teeth out, and it was flattering.
There are people that cosplay as Carrie. Did you see those, Brian?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I had a whole group of girls all dressed as me.
Fedoras?
Yeah, fedoras, and they even had the same brand of shirts that I wear.
Did they do the slightly rosy cheeks?
I hope I didn't notice. I was too excited and thrilled. I wasn't paying attention. Why aren't you busy getting ready? What are you?
Crazy busy, but sleep is an option.
Sleep is an option. That's something that you learn at Comic-Con. What are you doing to prepare right now? What is happening?
What do we need to know?
The doors open tomorrow.
Yeah, pretty exciting. We're getting ready. The press conference starts tomorrow. Doors open. Comic-Con starts at 1 o'clock, and we're just, wrapping up all the last-minute travel arrangements for the celebrities, get them in, pick them up from the airport, and make sure they're taken care of so they're rested and get to interact with all the fans.
Well, it's going to be exciting. A lot of big names this year, of course. Dick Van Dyke, who's not someone you think of for a Comic-Con, but
I think he's perfect.
He's an entertainment icon. So although I guess Mary Poppins is kind of sci-fi.
Yeah.
I guess you can. Okay, it works.
There's flying involved.
The supernatural
There's
stuff.
magical
Ever
umbrella.
since Rooker's Scene Stealer in Guardians,
That's
Mary
true.
Poppins is
He's Mary Poppins,
popular
y'all.
again.
Elijah Wood going to be here. Stephen Amell, Arrow. Gina Val Kilmer. Who are you more excited about? I'll give you 3.
Okay.
Because these 3 are so Gina.
Okay.
Val Kilmer, John Cusack, or Joan Cusack.
I don't think you can separate the John and the Joan because
I think
they're
you
appearing
can.
together, though. Okay, if I'm going to geek out about anybody, it would be Joan.
Joan.
Yeah.
You'd like to sit down with Joan for.
I'd like to be Joan's friend. I'd like there to be a relationship past Comic-Con with Joan.
See, and I find her really attractive. Joan Cusack. A lot of people would not say that. I find her crazy, kind of weird, sexy.
He's got spunk.
Yeah.
That's true.
But you're going to have them together on a
They are
stage,
together on a
right?
panel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And photo ops.
And photo ops.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you've got the comic creators, the writers, the artists. You can go and see them. Sometimes they're drawing right there at their tables. Some of the artists do that.
Now, some
authors, yeah.
Some tickets are sold out. Is that right?
Right. Some of the discounted tickets are gone in terms of VIP, Gold, Multipass, some Saturday but there's still tickets available.
How do people get them?
SaltLakeComicCon.com, and the tickets go up in price tomorrow. So
Get
you
'em
want to get them by
today.
midnight
Yeah.
today,
Mhm.
and that way you can just walk into registration. We don't have the lines like we used to, so with RFID, it's going to solve a lot of problems. You don't have to wait in line; just walk right in.
It's a great little system that they've got set up. They give you this wristband,
Mhm.
you put that on, and then there's these stations as you go in, and you just rub your hand up against it, and it beeps and says, "Oh, okay, go on in." Easy, quick, no lines, no problem.
We haven't mentioned it, but it's at the Salt Palace.
Yes.
It's at the Salt Palace, and the thing I want to emphasize is the panels are amazing. Don't miss the panels.
Mhm.
We have great moderators.
The celebrity panels are interesting, and then the fandom programming panels are also a lot of fun.
I always like these questions. Is there one at this particular con that you're looking forward to?
Elijah Wood, Episode 8, Star Wars.
Okay. And then, is there a something that's out there still? Obviously, it's not going to be at this Comic-Con because I'm
Well-
hoping that the whole schedule is all set. But is there a?
You
is
never
there a
know with
thing?
these guys.
You never know.
You never know with
It's
these
not
guys.
Alan Alda, Richie. It's not.
People have been asking, and I just tell them there's a higher percentage opportunity for another guest than the world ending on Saturday.
Okay.
Both those things are possible.
But is there one that's out there that you're thinking maybe for a future con that you would be like, you know what, you could hang up your Salt Lake Comic-Con hat if you were able to get this group or this person?
I don't know. You've gotten some pretty big ones.
Yeah, I think we're pretty close on Keanu Reeves.
Really?
That would be something.
Yeah.
If you could get Keanu, but you've already gotten most of the Avengers. I mean, they're.
I do not want to go to the River's Edge panel for Keanu.
Let's
That'd be the
talk
most
about that first.
depressing panel.
I'll make sure that it happens.
A whole.
I'll talk to the committee.
No.
We're going to have a River's Edge panel.
No.
All right. Are there any last-minute tips that you have for people who plan on attending?
Yeah, I mean, get some sleep, hydrate, and the thing to remember is, excuse me, the diversity that is Salt Lake Comic-Con. So we really encourage people to come with an open mind, leave the politics, religion, social opinions out the door, and come in and just look for the similarities and celebrate pop culture together.
The one tip that I have is to download the app.
Absolutely.
The Salt Lake Comic-Con app. It's got the schedules. It's got
Too much to keep track of on your own.
It's
so.
got
Yeah,
maps.
300 hours of programming.
And you can go through and find the things that you want to attend and create your own schedule. It'll give you a buzz 10 or 20 minutes before you decide. It's a lot of great features on the app.
And another thing we haven't mentioned at all is bringing your money, because it is it's the Salt Palace full of people selling awesome things related to anything comic and geek oriented. And sometimes not. Sometimes they're just selling stuff, and you're like, wow.
A lot of our fans can have a great time for the price of admission, and then there are opportunities for on the vendor floor and the photo ops and so on that you can get more. But a lot of people spend time in the panel rooms and take pictures with cosplayers and have a great time. So something for everybody.
All right. Thank you very much, Brian Brandenburg.
Hey, thanks for having me on.
See you over there tomorrow.
SaltLakeComicCon.com.
All right.
Maybe some of the celebrities are going to like Salt Lake so much they're going to want to buy a home here.
You could be living next door to Elijah Wood.
But they can't come up with their down payment. So I hope no.
I would hope
some
Elijah
of them
has
can't. So they need to text the word money to 62687. It's a down payment assistance program. They call it the Gift of Equity program, actually. Helps more buyers enter the market. So this is helpful not just if you're buying a home, but if you're selling a home, too.
Absolutely.
So it's New Dwello Homes. Lolly is she's the genius behind this whole thing, getting all that information together, and in one text you have all that information.
It's money 62687. You answer 7 questions. If you answer honestly yes to those questions, you've met the preliminary qualifications. No obligation, no income restrictions in most counties. Limited funds available. It's New Dwello.
Yes, New Dwello Homes. What's the number again?
Text money 62687.
3 days.
So yeah, thanks for coming in. You came in for Comic-Con and to come hang out.
Yeah, absolutely. We came for Comic-Con. I've never been to a Comic-Con, so this is.
Have you tickets? Because I got some tickets here.
We do have tickets.
Oh,
nice.
Sorry.
Good.
Yeah. and I brought some gifts as well for you guys.
Nice.
Not necessary.
You
but-
didn't need to, but what is it?
What is it? I brought for Carrie and the Geek Show people, Pennsylvania Rye Whiskey.
Oh my!
It's a pretty bottle.
Oh, that's pretty too.
It's really, really good.
Is it Weigel?
Wiggle.
Wiggle? There's
Yeah.
only one G, so that's why I went Weigel.
Yeah, I guess.
Pennsylvania Rye Whiskey from our family-owned distillery in Pittsburgh.
It's really, really good.
That sounds good. Oh, they even individual batches, aged 2 years. Nice.
And we'll
Thank
find
you.
a place for their geek show at 50 West tomorrow night, maybe.
Well, I don't know how they'll feel about us bringing booze
Oh,
to
I
their.
guess that's true.
I would save that
To
for
their
your
club.
basement recordings.
Thank
Absolutely.
you. Thank you so much. What
Let's
else do we
see.
have here?
For Gina, I bought some Pennsylvania Wapsie bourbon.
Whoopsie.
To be honest, I don't know what that means.
Oh, it's organic. My husband will love it.
He will be thrilled.
Organic bourbon. Thank
delicious.
you.
Thank you.
I have tried this one and I really like it.
You've tried it.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
cool. Thank you so much.
And for Bill, who's unfortunately not here, and I hope
you
he's
got?
listening, I brought some straight up Pennsylvania bourbon because I
Ooh,
know he
he's a
loves
bourbon
his
guy.
bourbon.
He can make his hot toddies with this and get his voice back into. Actually, we need Dylan. You need to come in here so we can get the.
Oh yeah,
update
we
on
do
your
need
dad.
an update on Bill's condition because he.
Now, it's questionable, though, whether or not we should give that to Dylan to be the holder of the bourbon.
You don't believe that Dylan can be trusted?
Because it may not make it to,
I'm
his,
just
to
going
his
to take
dad.
this, and I'll take it right up to his house, and maybe in or not, or probably not. But I'll maybe if he's listening, I'll take it to him.
So if he doesn't hear this, then wait and see if he mentions it to you.
Yeah.
If he says, "Did
Where's
you
my
bring
bourbon?"
Mauricio's bourbon?"
No, I have a plan. Don't worry about
it. But you went to see him yesterday.
I did. So I went up to the house after the show yesterday to take him your cake.
Oh, fantastic!
He did get a piece. I had to wrestle it away from Carrie, but I took it up to the house.
I nearly went for 2 pieces.
What kind of cake was it?
Yeah, tell us about this cake. It's an amazing thing.
So it's burnt almond cake. Oh, I'm sorry. It's a burnt almond cake. And if I remember correctly, you guys mentioned it a few years ago.
It was in a news story as one of the best cakes in the nation, or the best cake.
You can have it delivered across the United States.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it may be I may be on board with that. That may be the best cake.
It really is good.
So yeah, we tweeted back and forth between Bill and I when you
About
guys
the cake.
mentioned it. Yeah, and
Mhm.
so I decided to bring some.
All right.
So I took that up to the house and to visit him, and he opens the door and he goes, and gestures, "Come in."
Did he have his lava on?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
I just
yeah,
want to
of course he
picture
did.
the whole thing.
He had a lava on.
Okay.
And which means no underpants underneath a Hawaiian skirt.
Mhm.
Yep. And
It's
a
what
t-shirt.
he wears at home.
Mm-hmm. It's what he wears at home.
Okay.
And I'd say, "How are you?" And he went, "This is all I got."
No.
That's what he said.
I said, "Oh no," and I said, and he went, "How?"
Did you say stop?
And
Stop.
I said, "Don't, just," and he gestured again. I followed him, and in their kitchen on the wall is a giant whiteboard that Mrs. Bill will write like chores for the kids, take the trash out, feed the dogs, blah blah blah, and he had erased everything off of it, and he was writing messages on it to me. He's not talking; he had a whiteboard, and he was writing
Wow.
messages, but he was writing like Richie texts.
Oh, incomplete.
So we'd write, "Work?" ?
Oh, that's no good.
And I'm like, work is fine. You know, we're Comic-Con's this weekend, and you know we're gonna have a tent there, and we're talking about that today or whatever. And he's like, gossip ?
He just wants to know if anybody got fired.
Right,
you know.
right. And I said, well, we didn't have our meeting with Todd, and he's usually the gossip, so I don't know any gossip. and I'm trying to decipher these other things he's writing, and I'm like, and he's getting mad at me because I don't understand.
Well, it's
and then
your
he's
fault.
getting, yeah, it is my fault. And then he'll get the eraser, and he'll pound it on the whiteboard, and erase it. And I'm like, you're gonna knock that whiteboard off the wall. Just write the sentence. So anyway, I was screaming at him.
I want you to purposefully be obtuse, just to make him really mad.
Oh, sure, yeah, no.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he has gone to the doctor.
Oh, he did.
The doctor has given him something, I don't know, some medicine to help boost his recovery, help him get back sooner. But I would say Monday. We
Just
probably
tell
won't.
him, even if he's feeling better, just take the week. Because if he's just a little bit better and he comes in here and talks for 4 hours, he might ruin it some more.
When he texted me this morning, he just said, "Looks like I need one more day." So I think in his mind, as of 3 this morning, he's coming in tomorrow.
Unless he
But-
wakes up and his voice is totally back to normal, I think he should.
Yeah,
just take
because
the
even
week.
if he comes in with half half power,
If he comes in one day early, it could cause him to miss 3
it
more
could.
days.
It could, exactly. So he needs
That
to
being
just,
said,
yes.
who wants the over-under on tomorrow? Who wants to put some cash down, some money down right now? Anybody want? I'm taking bets.
He
Bill,
won't be
work
here
on.
tomorrow. I'm betting Friday.
You think
Here's the problem with Bill, though, and if he's listening.
The one?
He
I was gonna say a problem.
No. He will deny this, but he loves being here.
He does.
And it's making him crazy not being here.
Yes.
And he will come in before he should.
Yes, that's true.
All right. Do we have a promo? Because we got to go.
I'm writing it right now to New Orleans.
This will. I will make sure this gets near his house.
Well, seriously, the hot toddy situation with that stuff
Yeah,
would be the way to go.
I'm anxious for like sipping this though. Like I don't want to add it to anything. I want to just try it on its own.
All right. Let's see. And I'm going to try to make it to the lunch with you guys. I think I can do that.
Oh, fantastic!
Because that's a great. If it's the Thai place I'm thinking of,
It's not for you. He likes the food there. So
hang on. I like to see Ed, and Dick. And I haven't talked racing with Mauricio. He'd have to explain to me why I should be into racing.
Oh, I'll try and convince you.
All right.
Carry on. In your part of the promo, it's including the movies, including the new Kingsman movie.
Okay. All right.
On Thursday's Radio from Hell show.
At 6:45, Geek News on the radio, and we'll give you a chance to win Salt Lake Comic-Con tickets.
At 7 a.m., it's Beat Gina. The topic, Bill Murray trivia, and you could win a Prohibition gift card.
At 8 a.m., Sean Means will come in to review movies, including the new Kingsman movie.
And at 9 a.m., another chance for you to get qualified for the flyaway to New Orleans. That's all on Thursday's Radio from Hell show here on X96.
Good enough?
Nailed it.
All right. Thank you, Mauricio. Good to see you.
Thank you guys for having us.
You're welcome anytime. Live long and prosper, bitches.
I know. Do you want to live in a world where everyone has a straight nose?
Exactly. John Smith is next.
A 1 hour,